From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, send it to me. Box 13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I especially want to thank Mark so much for his support. We'll send access to a premium site, as we do with all donations of $7 or more, and you can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, now it is time for today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Pearling Matter, Parts 1 and 2.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Morton Scottman, Mr. Dollar, at Eastern Liability and Trust.
Oh, yes, sir. Got your message. I was just about to call you back, Mr. Scottman.
Would it be possible for you to drop in and see me today?
I think so. Say in an hour.
That would be excellent.
What's it about, Mr. Scottman?
David Pearling.
Pearling. I understand he was killed in a boating accident a couple of days ago. Read something about it in the papers.
Borrow a phrase, Mr. Dollar. That report was somewhat exaggerated. Mr. Pearling is still very much alive.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Pearling matter. Mr. Scottman, you're a pretty good guy, and I'll say this right at the top, since you were the one who called me in. You're reading about the Pearling matter in your newspaper right now, but they haven't got the story right. None of them will ever have it quite right. Just remember that as you go through your newspaper in this report, Mr. Scottman. You looked pretty worried when I met you that afternoon about 5 o'clock, and you led me into the top-drawer offices of Eastern Liability and Trust. I tagged you as a meticulous sort of man who knew when his laundry was coming back. I wasn't a bit surprised to learn that you were vice president and chairman of the board.
Why don't you sit down there, Mr. Dollar? It's the best chair in the place.
Thanks.
Cigar? Cigarette?
No, I have these, thanks.
Lighter right there to your right.
Thanks.
Yes, Mr. Scottman?
You can run along for tonight, Evelyn. No more to do.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night, Evelyn. I understand you've handled several matters for our company, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, sir. I was just going over it in my mind. I believe the last one was the San Antonio case.
Yes, Mark San Antonio. Yes. You handled that very well, Mr. Dollar. I want you to know I appreciate your reputation in the field.
Nice of you to mention it. I'm curious, Mr. Scottman. I rarely work directly with an insurance company. Usually I'm hired by the adjusting agency.
And let's say this is a little idea on my own. Only one person knows about it so far. You will be the second. The board of directors might not exactly approve what I'm about to propose, but I feel some action should be taken. I have some good whiskey in that cabinet.
No, thanks. Not now.
Yes. Well, this case involves David Pearling, who, despite what the newspapers reported yesterday, is still very much alive. You say you saw the item in the papers?
Yes, something about him being killed in a boating accident in Florida, I think.
The story was erroneous. It will be retracted.
Oh?
Fact of the matter is, Mr. Pearling was already on his way back to New York, safe and sound when that report came out. The boat that he'd been fishing from did have a boiler explosion, but no one was killed. Yeah, these things sometimes happen, I guess.
Oh, sure they do.
However, it was printed all over the country. As you know, David Pearling is highly regarded in financial circles. And that is the reason I asked you to come in and talk to me. Did you see the stock exchange figures yesterday?
Well, I don't pay too much attention to them, Mr. Scott.
I do. We do, as an insurance company. That report of Pearling's death affected several commodities listed on the New York Exchange. Companies in which he holds varying positions. Positions that would, if, say, the report of his death were engineered for that specific purpose, allow certain people to risk very little money and make a great deal of money.
Just a minute, sir. Certain people? Are you talking about Pearling?
I don't know who I'm talking about, really. I'd like you to find that out. Find out, among other things, if the situation has been taken advantage of in any way.
This isn't exactly in my line, Mr. Scottman.
I think it is, Mr. Dollar. I'll come right out with it. Eastern Liability has considerable investment in some of the commodities that could be affected. We, or let's put it this way, I want to know where we stand. I want to know if we've been cheated or are about to be cheated.
I had dinner with Morton Scottman at his club. He acquainted me with the several companies involved in the matter and supplied me with stock exchange information that would be valuable in making comparisons in case the action he anticipated ever happened. An hour later, I was at the airport. Expense account item 1, $123.69, airfare and incidentals from Hartford to Key West, Florida. I arrived at 4 o'clock in the morning, found a hotel, and had 6 hours sleep. At 11:30, I was standing in the office of a bluff, red-faced man named Peyton. He happened to be the managing editor of a newspaper.
All the way from Hartford, Connecticut, eh? Well, welcome to Key West. What can I do for you?
Tell me about this story.
A Pearling story, huh?
Yeah.
You a lawyer?
No.
You here to make trouble?
Just find out something about how that story got into print, that's all.
We're retracting today. What do you want us to do? Wear sackcloth and ashes?
Well, I'm not here to file a suit. I just want some information about the story.
You can sit down if you want.
Well, thanks.
Find Gracie Edwards, will you? Right. Well, about like the newspaper story, except for the mistake.
That was a pretty good-sized mistake, Mr. Peyton.
Pearling was here for a week to 10 days. He had an idea he could catch some tarpon or sailfish. He chartered a boat called the Yacht Watcher the day before yesterday. Just heading in for the landing, somehow the fuel ignited and she blew up. Everybody thought Pearling was still aboard her.
Who was aboard her?
It's the skipper. He came out of it all right. Harbor patrol boat picked him up.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Everybody thought Pearling had been aboard as usual and was lost. The skipper wasn't in any shape to tell it differently then. After all, Pearling had been going out on her every day. We all knew that.
Where was Pearling?
He's sleeping in his room when all of this happened. Got up about 3 o'clock, checked out, took the train back to New York. Story come out in the evening edition.
Your reporter, the one who wrote it up. I'd like to see him.
It's a her.
Well, how did she get the story?
He was right there.
Right where? What do you mean?
Down at the sailfish landing when the Yacht Watcher come in.
That a regular beat?
Well, town this size, we don't have beats.
But your reporter was there when the boat caught fire?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Gracie Edwards.
How long has she been a reporter?
Couple of years, give or take a month. Hope you didn't come down here to run her over the coals. Oh, she's had enough of it, Dollar. From me. It's my job, not yours.
Okay. Where do you eat lunch around here?
Bluefin Bar and Grill, about a half block down this side of the street. Dipped beef and apple pie, if you like that kind of thing. Oh, hi, Gracie. This is Johnny Dollar. Gracie Edwards.
Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Hi.
Mr. Dollar's come all the way from Hartford to ask you some questions about the Pearling story, Gracie. You want to talk to him?
Do I have to?
Up to you, honey.
Who are you? What do you want to know?
I'm an insurance investigator. I want to know how the story got into print without being verified.
Well, that's a straight enough answer. Who do you investigate your insurance for?
Eastern Liability and Trust Company at the moment.
Yeah, he's got business cards and everything.
Yeah, he looks like he might do that kind of work.
Well, if you're going to talk to him, find someplace else. I've got work to do.
How about some lunch, Miss Edwards?
How about that?
Oh, get out.
Expense account item 2, $2, 2 lunches for Gracie Edwards and myself at the Bluefin Bar and Grill. She was a short, stocky woman in her early 30s. She had a fresh-looking face and fiery red hair. She didn't strike me as the kind of reporter who'd make a bad mistake.
I did it the way any cub would have, only worse. I had a 3 o'clock deadline. I wanted to make it. I could have waited till the skipper came to, said Pearling wasn't aboard. I could have contacted Pearling's hotel, found out he was safely there. I didn't do any of that. I just phoned in my story. You know the rest. Every wire service in the country picked it up. Guess I was lucky I wasn't fired.
Mm-hmm. You want another glass of beer?
No, thanks. You've been pretty nice. I'm sure you're not all insurance investigator. Notice I haven't asked you exactly what you're investigating.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You gonna tell me?
Possibly. Right now, something worries me. You were down at the landing when the boat caught fire?
Yeah.
You go down there often?
It's more or less my beat.
Oh?
What?
I didn't think a reporter'd have a beat in a town this size.
I said more or less. I like to go down there in mid-afternoon when the boats are coming back. The water's blue and fresh. Usually a good offshore breeze blowing. And if they caught any big fish, the flags are up. It's a place to go. I'm romantic.
Good. Suppose we go there.
2:30
now. Ought to see some of those boats come in. Expense account item 3, $1, 1 cab, transporting myself and Gracie Edwards, reporter, to Sailfish Landing, or as near as we could get. The last 500 yards, we had to walk on the planking between the slips. Now, tell me, where was the Outwatcher when she blew up?
Over there. About there.
Uh-huh. Where were you?
Right here. I was sitting right there.
Looking out to sea?
Uh-huh.
How long had you been here?
An hour or so.
That was day before yesterday?
Yeah.
She blew up there. You phoned in your story before 3 o'clock?
Yeah, right before 3.
Where's the Outwatcher now?
They raised her this morning, towed her over the repair docks. That's around the point.
That's kind of funny.
What's funny?
Well, I guess I didn't hear it right. You saw her get in trouble. You were right here. Then you went and phoned in your story.
That's right.
Where'd you phone it in?
What?
Last phone I saw was at the tavern before we came on the docks. High heels running over these slips. Take quite a while to get to it.
I used a phone in town.
How'd you get there?
Cab.
You had one waiting?
Look, suppose I did.
Suppose you didn't, Miss Edwards. Suppose you weren't even here. If you were, where's the sunburn? Every redhead on earth burns up in an hour when the sun's like this, unless you're an exception.
I don't think I like this.
I don't like it much myself. But I have to find out something. I'd like to find out from you. I hope I can. If I can't, I'll have to find out from someone else. Maybe the man who owned the boat, the man who ran it, someone around here.
I'm going.
Wait a minute. I'm not just throwing words around. The boat was probably insured, and it'll probably have a claim on it, and I'll probably know the adjuster who was sent to work the claim. I'll talk to him and tell him what I'm thinking. I'll find out about this one way or another, Miss Edwards. But I think you can help me. Now, you're a good reporter. You would have waited to see if Pearling was aboard. You would have checked his hotel. You would have, in spite of a 3 o'clock deadline, you would have made sure he was or wasn't aboard that boat. All right, Miss Edwards. Did somebody pay you to file that story? I just want to know that.
Somebody paid me. Yes.
Okay. I'll take you back now. We don't have to mention this again.
Yeah, okay. In case it comes up, though.
Yeah?
Mr. Pearling paid me. Paid me to print the story he was dead.
Johnny Dollar.
Ready with your call to Hartford.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Scottman. Johnny Dollar. Hope I didn't get you up.
No. I've been very anxious to hear from you.
Well, I thought I'd better call, Mr. Scottman. I just found out that David Pearling paid a reporter here in Key West to print that story about his death.
I see. I can be in New York at 7 tomorrow morning. Could you meet me there sometime?
I can meet you at Idlewild. My plane comes in at 7:20. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Pearling matter. Expense account continued. Item 3, $98.09. Airfare and incidentals, including board and room, Key West to New York City. Mort Scottman was in the airport coffee shop having tea and toast in the best tradition of a vice president. He looked shaved, rested, and fresh.
Would you like some breakfast, Mr. Dollar?
Just coffee for now, thanks.
Cup of coffee, please. Well, we seem to have made nice connections. Not 7:30 yet.
Yeah. Mr. Scottman, the reporter in Key West who printed that story about David Pearling was paid $100 in cash to do it. Pearling paid her to file an erroneous story that he had been killed in a boating accident.
You said cash?
Yeah, that's right, cash. No check. No way to prove it one way or another. Just the reporter's word. And she said she'd deny it if anybody else asked her. Disclaim the whole thing.
Well, where does that put us?
Well, look, Pearling had to pay somebody to fire that boat. Probably the skipper, I don't know. But it's an angle if you're thinking about legal lines.
It's very good. Of course, the boat would demand explanation.
Well, let's let it go for the moment. I noticed a retraction disclaiming the story of Pearling's death is in every paper this morning. It was in all of last night's papers, too. Now, if the story could affect the stock market, when would it show up?
Today, at the latest.
There was no action yesterday?
Not on the exchange, no.
How do you feel about this whole thing now?
In view of the fact you've ascertained that Pearling himself arranged for his own death report to be published, I can only assume that he did it for one reason: to take advantage of some brisk trading that would occur because of such a report.
But there's been nothing of that so far. Tell me, Mr. Scottman, in the event this does happen, what would you do?
I don't know exactly. Possibly report the matter to the exchange and see if Pearling could be prosecuted for manipulation.
Well, let's go over there and see what's what. Item 4, $5. Cab fare for myself and Morton Scottman to Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange. Since I didn't understand too much about the board, I simply sat and kept an eye on Scottman. The pinstripe suit, the Homburg, the tie, the shirt, the glasses. Somehow he tickled me. I was beginning to like the guy. About 15 minutes before the place closed, he cleared his throat and touched my arm.
I suspicioned wrong, Mr. Dollar. There's been no manipulation on the exchange. I thought certainly if there had been any, it would appear in that Alabama company. I was wrong, and I apologize for taking up your time.
You're paying for it. Besides, I'm glad you did. Shall we go?
Yeah. Where?
Well, we know he didn't have the story printed to cheat on the market, but we still have the same old question.
What's that?
Why did Pearling pay that reporter to say he was dead?
The reporter lied to you. You've been lied to before, I'm sure.
Oh, sure, and by experts. But she wasn't a good one, not even halfway good. So I still believe her story.
You believe that board up there?
I believe that, too.
Well, then?
Pearling had a reason for getting such a story printed. I want to find out about it. Expense account item 5, $4. Lunch for Morton Scottman and myself. After lunch, I checked into the New Weston. Item 6, $50 deposit, car rental. A phone call to the offices of David Pearling gave me the information that Mr. Pearling was at his home on Long Island. I drove out there. A small estate greened up with all the lush things that happen there this time of the year. As I reached the place, I noticed a group of people in white flannels and dark blue jackets mixing cocktails on the terrace. One of them I recognized from previous newspaper pictures as David Pearling. A middle-aged woman with iron gray hair and the figure of a 16-year-old girl opened the door. She looked from behind dark glasses disapprovingly.
Yes?
How do you do? I'd like to see Mr. Pearling, if I may.
I'm Mrs. Pearling. May I help you?
Well, this is a business matter, Mrs. Pearling. My name's Dollar, Eastern Liability and Trust Company.
Well, he's not in now. I suggest you call his office and explain the nature of your business to his secretary. Good day, Mr. Dollar.
Look, I know he's here. I saw him as I drove up.
You're both impertinent and rude.
I'm sure he'll see me if you give him my name and tell him I just came back from Key West and that I had a long talk with a newspaper reporter down there.
Since you saw so much as you drove up, you might have noticed that we're entertaining guests, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, I noticed that.
Wait here.
I stood there a moment on the wide colonial porch and wondered what made me such a social outcast. A man who was tending the grounds walked by and turned on the sprinkling system. He waved at me, and I waved back. I felt better. On the terrace, I could hear the tinkle of glasses and a little laughter now and then. Finally, David Pearling showed up. He was a tall man with a hairline that started about an inch above the heaviest eyebrows I've ever seen. Two-tone shoes, white flannels, and a Mexican sports shirt fitted in with the broad shoulders and wide-mouthed grin that came off just briefly when he looked at me.
My wife told me to throw you out. Can you think of any reason why I shouldn't?
I'm about 10 pounds lighter than you, but I might be a good 15 years younger.
Tell me what you want, kiddo, and then get out of here.
I want you to tell me why you paid Gracie Edwards $100 to print a story about you being dead.
Who are you, anyway?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
What's all this to you?
An investigation.
There's no way you can prove I paid that girl to print that story.
I know that. I was telling a friend of mine today that something probably could be proved about the boat, if it had to be. Then the reporter thing had come out. I don't know. You see, Eastern Liability had an idea that you might have had that story printed to cause a little action on the stock market.
Who at Eastern Liability?
I'll keep that to myself.
Well, doesn't make any difference anyhow. They're way off base. Or can't you figure that part?
That's why I'm here. I figured that part.
Suppose I told you I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd ask you all over again. Tell you about a reporter and a boat.
Dollar, you've gone this far, and it's probably as far as you're going. I'm not going to tell you anything. At least anything specific. I will tell you this much. I paid the reporter in cash. I paid the boatman the same way. Whatever reason I had, it was a good one. Meant to harm no one.
You're sure about that, Mr. Pearling?
As sure as I'm going inside right now and mix another batch of martinis.
For the second time in a matter of minutes, I was standing on a porch feeling like Typhoid Mary. Somehow I halfway believed David Pearling. I also halfway believed that whatever reason he had meant something to me. All halfway thinking. If you want to be left alone, you don't slam a door once or even twice. You invite the asker of the question in, give him a drink, introduce him to your friends, slap him on the back, and lie through your teeth. You don't tell a man to leave, because that's the best way in the world to make him keep coming. So I waved at the friendly gardener once more, climbed into my rented car, drove back to the New Weston, and sat down with a magazine. Johnny Dollar.
This is Celia Pearling, Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Mrs. Pearling.
I think I should like to talk to you, Mr. Dollar. David told me why you were at the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm downstairs in the lobby.
I'll be right down, Mrs. Pearling.
I had to drive some friends in tonight, and I thought I'd stop and have this chat with you.
I'm glad you did.
Somewhat embarrassing, after the way I acted at the house.
Oh, well, suppose we forget that part, Mrs. Pearling. Does Mr. Pearling know that you're here?
No, I'll tell him when I get home. There's something I must know.
What's that?
You aren't just a sensation seeker or something like that, are you?
Mrs. Pearling, let me answer you this way. You came to me. How you found me, I don't know, but you did. You also found out I'm a legitimate investigator interested in facts, am I right?
David called a friend of his with the Allied Bureau, and they told him you were an insurance investigator.
And they also told you that when I work a case in New York, I generally stay at the New Weston. Is that about it?
I'd like to ask you a question. Are you going to continue with this matter, the one you discussed with my husband this afternoon?
I suppose I am.
You mean you believe there was something ulterior in David having that story printed?
Well, let's say I believe his answers about it were unsatisfactory. I'm the fellow who's supposed to find out why.
Why?
It's my job.
I can assure you there wasn't anything wrong about it at all. It was a rather personal matter and certainly could harm no one.
I'm glad to hear that. I heard it once before, though. Your husband said it to me today in practically the same words.
Would you like to buy me a drink?
Sure. Come on. We walked through the lobby to the cocktail lounge without a word. We sat down without a word, and I ordered a couple of bourbons and water. Still no word. All around us, people poured drinks, laughed, and talked. I glanced at Mrs. Pearling from time to time and wore the blankest expression I knew how. Finally, it worked. She began in a small voice.
We have a daughter, Mr. Dollar. Her name's Eugenia. Jeannie, we call her.
Mm-hmm.
She's the reason for that story in the papers.
Tell me about it.
It's not easy, you know. It's admitting a prominent defeat to explain it. David and myself are considered quite capable people. Capable at most everything. Business, home. Capable of everything except raising a child into a woman. I'd rather not go into the faults that we have, Mr. Dollar.
No need to.
Are they that obvious?
Oh, I didn't mean that. I just mean it seems painful for you to even discuss this.
I'll say it this way. We've had too much money and too little time to put it on Jeannie. Now we're suffering for it.
How do you mean?
Jeannie got sick and tired of being alone and unattended and not understood. She left home a year ago, and we haven't seen her or heard from her since. She left a note saying that we never would. I suppose we deserve it.
Well, I wouldn't try to judge that.
We have no idea where she is, what she's doing, even if she's with someone. We just know she's gone. It's really quite ridiculous. Now that Jeannie's gone, we know how much we wanted her around.
What about the police?
Well, we didn't go to the police. I think you can understand why. I mean the publicity.
Who did you go to?
The Aimwell agency. They've been working on it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them. Any luck?
Not a sign of her. Do you understand now?
Well, I don't understand everything. I'm sorry she's missing. But about the story in the paper...
Well, Davy arranged that. I mean that his death would be reported. It was a crazy thing to do, I suppose, but we've tried everything else. He thought that if he were reported dead, Jeannie, wherever she was, would see the story and possibly contact me. You see, it's unbearable knowing she's alive somewhere, hating us this way. We wanted another chance.
No luck?
No luck. Not a word. Not a word.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the trap is all baited. And guess who walks in? Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for another exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, this story's definitely already taken some turns. I recognize this story, and it's going to adapt a story we've done a long time back on another series. We'll see if any of our other listeners recall it. But we turn now to listener comments and feedback, and a lot of folks sounding off on some of these Johnny Dollar serials that they've enjoyed. Peter sounded off on the Indestructible Mike matter. This was a good story, one of my favorites. Man, that guy likes his drink. And then we have this one regarding episode 1119, the Matters of Reasonable Doubt, from Jason, who says the episode is a favorite of mine. And then also in regards to the Nick Shern matter, David Gallagher said, "Great episode. Thanks, Adam. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas." Thanks so much. Also, I mentioned that I've written the Johnny Dollar section of All I Needed to Know I Learned from Dragnet, the sequel to All I Needed to Know I Learned at Columbo. And David also suggested a life lesson for Johnny Dollar. First lesson, always keep a count of your spending. Well, I'm going a little deeper than that, but that's a good one, too. It's interesting to work on this concept. I don't know if we'll have a third one, but I expect the Dragnet section will be fairly lengthy, and I still have a ways to go. I finished writing Poirot, Frank Race, and Johnny Dollar. Next up are Joe Friday, Reed and Malloy, and Frank Cannon. All right, well, that will do it for today. Join us tomorrow as we introduce to you Mr. Chameleon. Well, before we get started, I want to let you know today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Well, we're going to bring you a new series. We're only going to run it for 2 weeks, so if you don't like it too much, don't worry. We'll be bringing you the Casebook of Gregory Hood. But our last new show of 2013 is Mr. Chameleon. And Mr. Chameleon came from the radio factory of Frank and Ann Hummer. Now, we say radio factory. It's because they turned out just an amazing number of shows. Mostly they were syndicated programs, such as soap operas. And the most amazing thing about this is they were doing well over a dozen shows. And Ann Hummer was basically writing out all the plots and then sending it to the writers to go ahead and tell the story. Writing all these plots, keeping them straight is a challenge. Well, this one is a detective melodrama, and it stars Karl Swenson, who we heard way back in, I think it was our second season, as the old-time radio voice of Father Brown. This series aired over CBS from July of 1948 to August of 1953, with only a 2-month hiatus thrown in. So we only have 2 episodes, one from near the beginning of the show is run, and then another from its end. So here now, from December the 29th of 1948, is The Perfect Maid Murder Case.
Next, Mr. Chameleon and The Perfect Maid Murder Case. Tonight, we again present the famous Mr. Chameleon of Central Police Headquarters in his famous cases of crime and murder. Brought to you by the makers of genuine Bayer aspirin. Mr. Chameleon, as you know, is the famous and dreaded detective who frequently uses a disguise to track down a killer. A disguise which at all times is recognized by the audience. Tonight, we give you Mr. Chameleon in The Perfect Maid Murder Case. The scene opens in one of New York's most fabulous mansions, the home of Raymond Colby. And we see a young woman about to leave. Her hand is on the knob of the front door when she is interrupted by a maid whom we hear saying the words that lead to a gruesome, fantastic murder.
Excuse me, Miss Laura. Can I see you a moment before you go?
I haven't any time now, Fanny.
But this is important, Miss Laura. Terrible important.
Well, what is it then?
I want to give my notice, Mum.
Your notice? You mean you're leaving? Well, I thought you were a fixture in this house, Fanny.
But that's just it, Mum. I am a fixture here.
Then what's this talk about giving notice? What's wrong? If it's more wages...
Oh, it's not that, Mum. It's that...
Yes?
It's that I'm going to marry your father.
Your what?
Going to marry your father, that's what. Oh, well, it don't seem to set very well with you, but...
Are you completely and utterly mad? This is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, it is it? Well, let me tell you, I'm as good as you are.
Pack up your things and get out of this house as fast as you can.
I'm not packing, and I'm not leaving. I'm marrying into this house. Huh, just put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Get out instantly, I say.
I'm not going any further than my own room. You'll find me there if you want to be coming up later and telling me you're sorry. Ta-ta, dearie. John! John, come here! John!
Don't shout, Laura. I heard it all. Great heavens, what a mess.
We can't let Father do this. He's gone mad. Ooh, that cheap, terrible creature.
Tell you, Laura, hysterics won't help. Besides, we don't want to wake the old man up and get him on our necks. We've got to think fast.
But what are we going to do? What can we do? Oh, this is too dreadful.
Listen, Laura, listen.
Yes?
You stay right here, Laura, and watch every door. Be as loud as you can if anybody comes.
You mean Father or that horrible Fanny?
Anybody. I've got the combination to Father's safe.
His safe? What are you going to do, John?
I know he keeps his will there. That's the first thing to do. He may have changed it in Fanny's favor. If he did, I'll burn it up.
And sometime later, we hear the Commissioner of Police assigning another famous murder case to the astute and feared Mr. Chameleon, the man of many faces and disguises.
Oh, here you are, Chameleon. A murder in Park Avenue.
Oh, top drawer case, eh, Commissioner?
Well, that's for you to decide, old man. The murder occurred in the Raymond Colby house.
You mean the mysteriously rich Raymond Colby's been killed?
No, not Colby himself, Chameleon. A maid in his house. A girl named Fanny Bilkins. Throat slashed open. Better get out there.
Righto, Commissioner. I'll take Detective Dave Arnold with me. Yeah. Oh, here you are, Dave.
Yes, sir.
You come with me, please. Bye, Commissioner.
I suppose the case we're on is that parlor maid murder at Raymond Colby's house.
Yes, that's it, Dave.
I guess it'll be one of those jobs where the chauffeur killed some poor girl because he was in love with her and caught the butler getting away with it.
I've no idea, Dave. Let's get the car and buzz out there. Oh, personally, I'd be more interested if old Colby himself was the victim. I hear he's a queer character, the absent-minded professor type. He invented something somewhere that made him fabulously rich.
Here's the house, Mr. Chameleon.
Yes, with a very pretty girl already holding the door open. Come ahead.
Oh, I'm so glad you came. You are from the police, aren't you?
Yes, my name is Chameleon. This is Detective Arnold. And you are,
I'm Laura Colby. Come in, Mr. Chameleon.
Thank you.
I'm rather surprised to see you here.
Surprised, Miss Laura? Why?
We didn't expect to see such a famous detective as you on an unimportant case like this.
Murder is always important.
Judy O'Grady or the judge's lady? I see.
I understand the girl who was murdered was a housemaid in your father's house, Miss Laura. Do you know anything about her?
Practically nothing, Mr. Chameleon, except that she was a perfect maid, really marvelous, and that she had perfectly wonderful references when she came.
When was that?
Oh, I don't really remember. A couple of years ago. You know how those things are.
Who found her body? One of the other help in the house, I suppose.
No, as a matter of fact, my father did. He and my brother John, that is.
Yes?
Well, what actually happened was that one of the other servants, our cook, became annoyed when Fanny didn't turn up to serve breakfast this morning. She thought she'd overslept. But when she knocked on Fanny's door and she didn't answer, she became alarmed and called my father.
So he and your brother went up there?
And when they opened the door, they found her dead. Father was very much upset, and so was my brother.
Odd that the cook didn't open the door herself when she got no answer to her knock.
Why, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, but I'm sure the cook wouldn't have killed her just because Fanny overslept.
No, scarcely, Miss Laura. Dave?
Yes, Mr. Chameleon?
You go to the kitchen and talk to that cook. Find out what you can.
I'm sure Cook can't tell you any more than I have, Mr. Chameleon.
One never knows, Miss Laura. She may be concealing something from you.
I'll talk to the cook now, Mr. Chameleon.
I know. In the meanwhile, Miss Laura, perhaps your father or your brother will take me up to see the murdered girl's body.
John's in the drawing room, Mr. Chameleon. This door here.
Oh.
Oh, John, this is Mr. Chameleon, the famous detective.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Chameleon? Horrible thing, isn't it? But one never knows what will happen with servants these days, does one?
What happened here, however, is a bit out of the usual run. Your sister says that you lead me to the murder room.
Well, of course, Mr. Chameleon. I don't like the job, but just follow me.
Thank you.
Here are the servants' stairs.
By the way, John, do you know anything about the murdered girl? I mean, do you ever notice anything strange about her? Signs of being afraid of something, upset, anything like that?
It's a funny thing, Mr. Chameleon. I never notice any servant particularly. To me, they're just faceless people. All I know is that my sister always said Fanny was the perfect maid. Laura's all in a dither. Says she'll never find another one like her. Oh, but here's her room.
Just about the size of a cell.
What?
Nothing. Poor girl. A horrible sight. Her head is almost severed.
If you're finished with me, Mr. Chameleon, I'd like to get out of here.
Oh, yes, I understand, John. I'm sorry. I forgot that we policemen are more accustomed to sights like this than people like you. Yes, you go back to the drawing room. I'll see you there presently.
Thank you, Mr. Chameleon.
Poor Fanny. Poor child. But if the dead can hear, you'll hear me promising to bring your murderer to the execution chamber.
Mr. Chameleon? Nothing from the cook except what Laura Colby already told us. But get this.
Yes, Dave?
Just as I was talking to the cook, the girl's father came in.
The murdered girl's father, Dave?
Uh-huh. A man named Ed Bilkins. He started accusing everybody of murder. He's pretty wild. I told him to stay put, but you'd talk to him.
Poor devil.
Wait till you get a load of him, Mr. Chameleon. He looks like a bad customer to me. Not so sorry as he acts. But that don't mean I think he killed the girl.
Dave, you call the morgue and have this body picked up. And here is the knife that slashed her throat. You send it in for prints.
Okay, Mr. Chameleon.
And then hold the murdered girl's father down below. I want to talk to John Colby and his father first. Well, John, feeling a bit more steady now? Forgive me for bringing you back to the murder room.
It's all right, Mr. Chameleon. Took a drink and feel better. Well, this is my father, Raymond Colby. Father, this is Mr. Chameleon.
Ah? Mr. what? Didn't catch the name.
Chameleon of Central Police Headquarters, Mr. Colby.
Police headquarters, you say? John, what's a police officer doing here?
Investigating the murder of your maid, Fanny Bilkins, Mr. Colby.
Oh, to be sure. You know, things slip my memory, sir. And you say your name is,
Chameleon, Mr. Colby. Chameleon.
Unfortunate thing here, Mr. Canston.
Chameleon.
Oh, yes. Chameleon. Last thing I ever expected in my house, murder. Just one of the servants. Probably got herself into trouble. Queer lot, servants. Queer lot. Never know about them.
But still human, Mr. Colby. They sing and sigh, laugh and weep, feel happiness and sorrow just like you and me. Only probably suffer more.
Quite right, quite right. I didn't think policemen thought that way, though. Well, what can I do for you?
Tell me any little thing that you might know about the girl who was so inconsiderate as to be murdered in your quiet home. Why do you think, for instance, that she was killed?
I've no idea. Never paid any attention to her, no attention at all. My daughter Laura runs the house. You better ask her.
I did, and she told me just as little as you and your son John have, Mr. Colby. But I'll...
Mr. Chameleon.
Yes, Dave?
You'd better come downstairs and talk to the man I told you was here. He's got something for you, something plenty hot.
What man, Mr. Chameleon?
After I see him, I'll tell you, John.
He's going to tear this case wide open, John. Wide open.
Tear it open, Detective Arnold? That's ridiculous.
Never mind, son. I fancy it's someone of Fanny's own class, and that it'll all turn out that a grocer's clerk or delivery boy killed Fanny.
Perhaps, Mr. Colby. I'll see you later, Mr. Colby.
John, get Laura in here right away.
What for, Father?
If you don't manage to hold yourself in, you and Laura will find yourselves up on a murder charge. Our Mr. Chameleon's one of the most penetrating men I've ever met. Up to the time you revealed excitement, our story was going down perfectly. Now be careful, my boy. I beg of you. I don't want to see my children convicted of murder.
What did the murdered girl's father tell you, Dave, to make you think he'd break this case wide open?
You better hear it from his own lips, Mr. Chameleon. Oh. He's here in the butler's pantry.
Oh, all right, Dave.
Mr. Bilkins, here's Mr. Chameleon. Now tell him what you told me.
It's fair terrible I ever brought my innocent daughter to this country, Mr. Chameleon. That's how she was done in.
What do you mean, Mr. Bilkins? Brought her to this country?
Didn't this here busy tell you, Mr. Chameleon?
Detective Arnold wanted me to hear the story direct from you, Bilkins. Now, let's have it, please.
Fanny and me come from Australia, where we should have stayed. And then she'd never have gone into service in this old duffer's house.
Well, I still don't know what you mean, Bilkins.
What I'm trying to drive home, sir, is that Fanny wouldn't have got herself engaged to marry the old man.
Do you mean to say that your daughter, Fanny, was going to marry Raymond Colby?
I'm not lying when I say it, Mr. Chameleon. I warned her proper about marrying out of her class. But Fanny had got American ideas into her head quick. Wouldn't listen to her father. And it all wound up in her being killed. Butchered like an animal.
Are you certain that your daughter was going to marry this fabulously rich man?
Look here. Here's your wedding license, Mr. Chameleon. She gave it to me, saying Mr. Colby didn't want it round the house, feared his son or daughter might find it. But they must have caught on some other way, sir. And that's why they killed her.
Dave, this is astounding. This license is genuine. Fanny Bilkins, age 24. Raymond Colby, 56.
It's on the up all right, Mr. Chameleon. I had it checked myself.
I'm taking the blame for Fanny's murder on myself, Mr. Chameleon. I'm her father. I should have given her a good thumping and made her leave this house. The likes of her thinking of marrying the likes of him. I always say that everyone stay in his own class.
Mr. Bilkins, come with me.
Where to, sir?
Upstairs to the drawing room, where I think we'll find Mr. Colby and his son, John.
Don't make me face him now, Mr. Chameleon. I can't face my daughter's dirty murderers. I can't do it, sir. I can't.
I understand, Bilkins. You wait here, then. Detective Arnold and I will go up alone.
You're a real gentleman, sir. Thank you. I'll never forget your kindness, sir.
Dave, come along.
If ever I saw one for the book, Mr. Chameleon, this is it.
If it's true, Dave, if it's true.
What? Well, don't you believe it? You saw the marriage license, didn't you?
Yes, indeed, Dave. And I also saw the shifty look in the bereaved Mr. Bilkins' eyes. If I were looking for a babysitter, and it wouldn't be Bilkins. Now, here's the drawing room now. I expected to find your father and brother here.
They're in Father's study, Mr. Chameleon.
I've just talked to your murdered maid's father.
So they have fathers, too.
Just as you and I, Laura. But tell me.
Yes.
When was your father, Raymond Colby, going to marry Fanny Bilkins?
Oh, I didn't realize detectives on duty kidded people, Mr. Chameleon.
Then you didn't know?
Know what?
You know what. Answer the question.
If you expect me to answer a ridiculous question like that, Mr. Chameleon... Are you serious? Imagine Father marrying a housemaid. It's too silly.
That the door to the study, Laura?
Why, yes. I'll tell Father you want to see him.
Don't trouble, thank you. I'll go in alone. And you stay here. I hope I'm not interrupting, Mr. Colby. Oh. I see you have your safe open. Something lost?
Father has an idea he misplaced his will, Mr. Chameleon.
I'm on the forgetful side, Mr. Chameleon. I'll find it later.
Why not look in the fireplace, Mr. Colby? Wait a second.
In the fireplace, Mr. Chameleon?
Yes, John? Yes, here is what is left of your father's will. All but the top burned away, though. Do you mind telling me why you tried to destroy it, John?
My son didn't, Mr. Chameleon. Probably did it myself. I do such utterly stupid things without thinking.
Like arranging to marry your housemaid, Mr. Colby?
What is this, Mr. Chameleon? Father planning to marry that...
That murdered girl, John. Murdered.
Oh, Mr. Chameleon, what in heaven's name gives you the idea Father was going to marry her?
This marriage license, John.
Marriage license?
John, I told you before that Mr. Chameleon was a very penetrating man. Trying to deceive him would be unfair to him and us.
Then you were going to marry her, Mr. Colby?
Oh, no. Not at all, Mr. Chameleon. Well, I really don't know why I took out that marriage license.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't done simply to keep a perfect maid. Come, Mr. Colby, don't you think it's time to stop trying to protect your children?
Why should he try to protect Laura and me, Mr. Chameleon? We didn't kill that girl.
In my entire experience, I've never met with a clearer motive for murder. Never. Dave?
Right here, Mr. Chameleon.
Oh.
What do we do, arrest John and Laura?
No, not now, Dave. Bring the murdered girl's father in here immediately, and then we'll...
Well, that's what I came up here to tell you, Mr. Chameleon. Bilkins slipped out of the house while I went into the kitchen to get a drink of water.
What?
I sent out a general alarm for him.
Have this house guarded, Dave. And get this straight, Mr. Colby. If either your son or daughter attempts to leave here, they'll be taken in on suspicion of willful murder.
Mr. Chameleon and the Perfect Maid murder case continues in just a moment. When you have a cold, you need Bayer aspirin. Need it because it's important to you that you get quick relief from the headachy, feverish feeling and the muscular aches and pains that almost always accompany a cold. And because Bayer aspirin gives you this important relief, It should be taken at the first sign of a cold before you do anything else. Regardless of what you do to stop or shorten a cold, we believe your own doctor will tell you that this is sound advice. And it's advice you can follow with confidence, for Bayer aspirin is used by millions to treat these distressing symptoms. It provides amazingly fast relief, makes you feel better, because it's ready to go to work in 2 seconds. And its single active ingredient is so gentle to the system that doctors prescribe it even for small children. That's why it's been used by millions of normal people without ill effect. So at the first sign of a cold, before you do anything else, take Bayer aspirin. When you buy, ask for Bayer aspirin, not just for aspirin alone. Get the 100-tablet bottle and you get Bayer aspirin tablets for less than a penny apiece. And now back to Mr. Chameleon and the Perfect Maid murder case. Fanny Bilkins has been viciously murdered in the home of wealthy Raymond Colby, where she worked as a housemaid. Mr. Chameleon has discovered that Colby had planned to marry Fanny in spite of the bitter protests of his son John and his daughter Laura. During the investigation, the murdered girl's father, Edward Bilkins, has disappeared from the Colby home. But an hour later, when Mr. Chameleon impatiently paces his office at headquarters, he suddenly finds that no general alarm is required to bring in Bilkins. For a strange surprise awaits him as Detective Dave Arnold rushes into his office saying,
Mr. Chameleon, I just brought in Fanny Bilkins' father in an ambulance.
In an ambulance, Dave?
He's got a knife cut straight down his left cheek. Didn't miss his throat by half an inch. But the ambulance doc patched him up on the way in, and now he's squawking loud to see you. He says...
Get him in here, Dave.
Come in, Bilkins.
Bilkins, what happened? Who tried to get you? Now get down to the point without wasting words.
Very good, sir. But it was a near one. Not satisfied with cruelly murdering my daughter, Fanny.
Who?
Raymond Colby. Well, I mean his son, John. But the fact is, I don't know for sure.
Where did the attack take place, Bilkins?
In the old duffer's study, that's where.
What were you doing there?
Nothing, sir, nothing. Just nosing around.
It won't do, Bilkins. Out with it.
Mr. Chameleon, here's a bag the boys took off Bilkins on the way in.
Give it to me, Mr. Copper. I never seen it before. Fanny gave it to me.
Looks like about $500,000 in jewels, Bilkins. And they look familiar. Very familiar.
But I don't know anything about them.
Dave, put Bilkins on detention. I got the answer to this case.
Look here, Chameleon, I got rights. Those jewels were planted on me.
Come along, Bilkins. Killed your own daughter, did you? I'll be right back, Mr. Chameleon.
Right on. Hello?
Mr. Chameleon, this is John Colby.
Yes?
Most of my dead mother's jewelry has been stolen.
Who discovered the loss, John?
Our butler did. Caught the robber in the act, but he got away. Can you come out here right away?
Not just now, John. You said only part of your mother's jewelry was stolen?
The butler came in the room just in time to save the rest.
I have got the stolen jewels, John. And the robber, too.
You've got the jewels and the robber both?
I'm pretty positive I have, John. But I want to make sure before I definitely charge the man that we're holding.
Well, what do you mean, Mr. Chameleon?
Instead of coming myself, John, I'm going to send one of our expert jewel men out there. And he'll bring the jewels I have here out, too, for identification.
I wish you'd come yourself, Mr. Chameleon, instead of... What's that, Father? All right, I'll ask Mr. Chameleon. Sorry, Mr. Chameleon, but Father suggests...
Yes?
Father's worried about anybody coming but you, Mr. Chameleon. So is my sister, Laura. Can't you come yourself?
I'm sorry, I'm not a jewel expert. I'm sending our head man, Pierre-Antoine, out right away. And then I'll follow later. Goodbye, John.
What's all that about, Mr. Chameleon? Are you going out to Colby's in disguise?
Right you are, Dave. Disguised as Pierre-Antoine, the police department's chief man on jewels. Now, you will come with me. And the instant we get there and you introduce me, arrest John and Laura Colby on my orders.
Well, orders are orders, but I don't get you, Mr. Chameleon. Why not pinch them and be done with it?
Because I need the evidence I think their father, Raymond Colby, will give me, Dave.
And so, a little later, we find Detective Arnold with Mr. Chameleon in his disguise as Pierre-Antoine at the murder house, as Dave Arnold says.
Evening, everybody. This gentleman is the police department's jewel expert. Mr. Chameleon sent him out.
Pierre-Antoine at your service. You, Mr. Raymond Colby, monsieur?
Yes, Mr. Antoine. This is my daughter, Laura.
Mademoiselle.
How do you do?
And my son, John.
Monsieur Jean. May we all sit down? Or perhaps you, Mademoiselle Laura, will be so kind as to bring the remaining jewels from the robbery for me to see?
Sorry, Monsieur Antoine, but Mr. Chameleon ordered me to arrest this lady and her brother and bring them back to headquarters.
That is absurd, Detective Arnold. Surely Mr. Chameleon is making a mistake.
Mr. Chameleon is a fool.
We won't go, Laura. Detective Arnold can't arrest us without a warrant.
Here's the warrant, John. Better come quietly.
John, you can only cause yourself and Laura trouble by not going with Detective Arnold.
But, Father...
You've got the right idea, Mr. Colby. Now, come on, John and Laura. No point getting tough about it.
My compliment to Mr. Chameleon, Detective Arnold. And be good enough to express my opinion that he is making a most stupid blunder. Arresting two such charming young people.
Stupid or not, I'm taking them, Monsieur Antoine. Good night.
Good night. Oh, a dreadful contretemps, Monsieur Colby. I thought better of that Chameleon. There is your police mind.
Mr. Antoine, did you bring the jewels recovered from the man who robbed my safe?
In this very bag, Monsieur Colby. The robber was the father of the housemaid murdered here today. Your fiancée, I'm told.
Hand over those jewels, Chameleon.
What?
Shut up, Chameleon. I'm doing the talking now. Give me that bag, quick. They're the only evidence you've got that I killed that infernal housemaid, Fanny Bilkins. Now let's have them.
When I take you in, Raymond Colby, it'll be for 2 murders. But, anyway, here are the jewels.
You're not taking me in.
No?
By the time they find your body, Chameleon, I'll be out of the country. Got any last wishes, cop?
Mm-hmm. I'd like to tell you how I caught up with you, Raymond Colby.
I'm interested, but hold your gab to 3 minutes.
Through a careful study of police records extending from New York to Sydney, Australia. You murdered the woman who owned those jewels, Lady Ashton Burl, in Australia 5 years ago.
That's past history, Chameleon, but suppose I did.
The one living man who knew you did was your murdered housemaid's father, a petty criminal named Ed Bilkins. And he followed you here, forced you to hire his daughter Fanny as a maid in your house, and then blackmailed you into a promise to marry her with your mysteriously and criminally acquired wealth.
Anything else, Chameleon? You've got 30 seconds left.
Only this, Raymond. Don't move, Colby. You hear me, Colby? I said don't move. That's odd. He doesn't answer. Colby? What? Oh, why did I have to become a policeman? Police headquarters? This is Chameleon. Connect me with Detective Arnold, please. Dave? Listen, Dave. Send the dead wagon out, please. Yes, the dead wagon. Well, I'm afraid I killed a man. Yes, the murder of Fanny Bilkins. I hit a fatal spot by mistake. I know, Dave, it's all in the line of duty, but still...
And with these words, Mr. Chameleon concludes tonight's murder case. Have you ever tried breaking an aspirin tablet to give your children the dosage your doctor has prescribed? If you have, then you'll appreciate the new children's size Bayer aspirin tablets. These tablets are genuine Bayer aspirin, but they contain only half the amount of the regular size Bayer aspirin tablets, and thus you can give your child the proper dosage as prescribed by your physician, and you can do it conveniently. And because they're made so you can break them right in half, it's also easy for you to give still smaller dosages whenever necessary. Another thing you'll appreciate is that they're uncolored and unflavored and therefore cannot be mistaken for candy, and you can use them with confidence. For the fact that doctors prescribe Bayer aspirin single active ingredient even for the smallest children shows how gentle and dependable it is. The bottle and carton are plainly marked children's size Bayer aspirin. 30 tablets for 25 cents. Listen next Wednesday night at this same time for Mr. Chameleon, the man of many faces, in The Greenhouse Murder Case. The part of Mr. Chameleon is played by Karl Swenson, with dialogue by Frank Hummert from the original story by Frank and Ann Hummert. Music directed by Victor Arden. The members of our cast join with our sponsors in wishing all their listeners a Merry Christmas. Your announcer is Howard Claney.
Scientific studies show that the only sensible way to help prevent tooth decay is to keep your teeth thoroughly clean at all times. This is because teeth that are free of decay-breeding deposits and film actually resist decay. And to clean them, use powder. For there's nothing you can get that cleans teeth like powder. Thanks to its remarkable cleaning power, Dr. Lyon's tooth powder almost instantly helps remove deposits and film in which bacteria form. Bacteria that cause tooth decay. So to help prevent tooth decay before it gets started, use Dr. Lyon's tooth powder. Ask for either regular or ammoniated Dr. Lyon's tooth powder.
Listen for Mr. Chameleon in The Greenhouse Murder Case next Wednesday night at this time. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. As I listen to Mr. Chameleon, I have to believe that this show was intended to be somewhat comedic. We've kind of lost records of what they were trying to do with this show, what type of program it was viewed as. But I have to say, if this wasn't intended to be a slight send-up of this type of melodramatic detective show, it falls into one of those so bad it's good sort of categories, with so much happening that it's just so over the top that it's actually funny. And of course, in this particular case, not only as the audience was, as we were advised at the start of the show, was the audience in on the fact that Mr. Chameleon was in a disguise, so was the murderer. And I actually thought it was a clever twist as to who the murderer was. I wish we'd had a little bit more of that sense of fair play where you're able to kind of follow along with the detective. But really, we were set up to think that the children were behind it when it was actually the father. So I enjoyed it. And we have one more week to go, and then we'll get into something I think we'll all definitely enjoy, the casebook of Gregory Hood. Tomorrow, we will return with another chapter in the Pearling matter. And then, as I said, join us back here next Tuesday for one more episode of Mr. Chameleon. All right, well, before we do get started, I want to encourage you as you make your travel plans here in 2014, remember to go to JohnnyDollarAir.com first. JohnnyDollarAir.com is a Priceline affiliate, so you can name your own price on hotels, rental cars, airline tickets, and even more, or you can choose from great published fares. Plus, if you purchase through JohnnyDollarAir.com, a part of your purchase price goes to support the great detectives of old-time radio. So remember, JohnnyDollarAir.com. Well, now it's time for us to take a listen to today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Pearling Matter, Parts 3 and 4.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Your number's ringing now, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, swell.
Aimwell Agency.
Aimwell Detectives?
Yes? Who are you calling, please?
Want to talk to Mr. Aimwell. My name's Johnny Dollar.
This is Aimwell.
I understand your agency's been looking for the Pearling girl for about a year now.
Oh, you do, huh? And who told you that?
Mrs. Pearling.
I never heard of you, or her, or a girl. So long.
This is the operator. Were you cut off, Mr. Dollar? I'll call them back.
Never mind. Call me a cab, honey. I'll talk to them in person.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Pearling matter. Item 7, $3 cab fare, my hotel to the office of the Aimwell Agency. A red-headed girl at the switchboard looked me over like I was a car she didn't want to buy. I told her my name and that I wanted to see Niles Aimwell. She told me to sit down and wait. 3 minutes later, she waved me down a long, carpeted corridor. I followed directions. A typewriter clacked somewhere. Men in those suits with the little shoulders and hem-stitching for lapels moved in and out of offices. It looked more like an advertising office than a detective agency. Finally, I opened a door and stepped into a small room that was decorated in gray. Gray walls, gray carpeting, gray draperies. A desk, a brass lamp, a filing cabinet, and a man were there. He didn't get up when I walked in, but slouched back in his chair and let his bald head rest against the wall.
You're kind of determined, aren't you?
I suppose so. You're Aimwell?
Mm-hmm. On the phone, I told you I didn't know what you were talking about. Now I'll tell you again. Don't slam the door when you go out.
What are you paying rent here? If I've got it figured right, you wish you weren't paying it. But then a place like this draws a snappier crowd of clients, so what you've got in the end is more clients and more rent, no more money for yourself.
Now that you've said all that, will you get out of here?
I know one of those snappy clients happens to be the Pearlings. I know you've been trying to find their daughter. This is my ID. This is my license, bond, letter of authority from Eastern Liability. Now, 2 days ago, the papers carried a story that David Pearling was killed in a boating accident in Key West.
That was a lot of baloney. It was retracted.
I know that, but I talked to a reporter down in Key West who told me Pearling paid to have that story about himself printed. My client had an idea Pearling might have done it to set up the stock market for a killing. Mrs. Pearling told me he did it in the hope his missing daughter would see the story in the papers and contact home. Now, what have you got to say?
Here's your stuff.
One other thing. Pearling the kind of man who'd pull a trick like that?
Ask him. You got a way about you I don't like.
Well, that's too bad. But in between the time I called and the time I got here, you had time to call the Pearlings on the phone and ask about me. They said it was all right to tell me what I wanted to know. If there was a daughter, if you'd been hired to look for her. If you don't tell me, you might jeopardize the part of the rent the Pearlings pay for you.
Now, look, Dollar.
I've got something else you aren't going to like. I might just want to see your operative's report on the case. I might have the idea that if you've been looking for her this long, you might just be dragging it out a little bit. You know, the rent money, it's due every month.
Get Mr. or Mrs. Pearling on the phone right away. I hope they tell me to throw you out on your ear.
Well, while we're waiting, let's get back to the questions. Where have you looked? What have you done?
We pulled the case 11 months ago, almost to the day. The girl's 5'5", 114 pounds, no visible scars, no glasses. Black hair, brown eyes. She's 24, will be 25 next month. We thought we had her located in Muncie, Toledo, Detroit, Fort Worth, and Pueblo. We think she's traveling alone. We think she's a little girl who was fed up to here with Mama and Daddy and just struck out for herself.
But you haven't found her.
5 men have been looking on 8-hour shifts, 7 days a week for 11 months to the day. 5 men, 11 months, 7 days a week, and I'm one of the 5. My feet hurt, and my head aches most of the time. My wife's thinking about divorcing me. And then you walk in here and plant yourself in my office. You're suggesting maybe I can go out and find her just like that. Well, I can't. Nobody can. So I want you to know I kind of resent that remark about how I'm laying down on the job. And if you don't take it back, I'll have to cave in the side of the wall with you. What do you got to say, Dollar?
I take it back, Mr. Aimwell.
Sit down and have yourself a smoke. Hello? Well, hello, Mrs. Pearling. Mr. Dollar's in my office now. Yes, I'll cooperate with him. Yes, Mrs. Pearling, I understand. He explained it all to me. Yes, ma'am. The whole file, everything. how would you like somebody to bring up a bottle of cold beer?
Oh, I'd like that fine, Mr. Amwell. Niles Amwell, in between complaining about the abundance of bad private operatives in the detective business, showed me how good he was. The Jeannie Pearling file was a comprehensive day-to-day report on the investigation. His discouragement in the case was understandable. The only thing that meant something was the picture of Jeannie Pearling. Coal-black hair over a fresh white-skinned face. Dark eyes, a nice smile. Somehow, not my idea of the daughter that would belong to David Pearling. Too old, too young, or too something. I couldn't put my finger on it. If I had been able to, I could have ended this expense account right here. As it was, I spent $100,000. Somebody else's money, sure. But I spent it just the same.
Well, Mr. Dollar, I'm certainly surprised at this development. You say Pearling's daughter is missing?
That's right, Mr. Scottman. And I'm convinced that the detective agency he's had looking for her have been doing just that.
Well, then, I'm relieved to know you got to the bottom of this matter. I'm sorry, of course, for Mr. and Mrs. Pearling, but, as I say, relieved that there was no attempt at financial manipulation. I think then I can call you off the case. There is no case now.
Nope, guess not. And that's the way it stood at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I told Mr. Scottman I'd send him a bill. We shook hands, and he wandered off to see if he could get a night flight back to Hartford. I went up to my room to pack and was folding a shirt all wrong when it struck me that I suddenly didn't believe anything or anybody. The idea that there was money in it somewhere still kept coming back to me. I couldn't shake it. I finished packing and left my bags at the desk. I wandered out and found a bar and sat down to think. After a couple of hours, nothing much occurred to me. But I did something anyhow.
Oh, hello, Dollar.
Hi.
My plane doesn't leave until 11 o'clock. I haven't had dinner yet.
I didn't come about dinner, Mr. Scottman.
Oh, what is it?
Well, how does this case strike you?
Eh?
A phony death report, a missing girl, a stock market manipulation that didn't come off. How does it strike you?
Well, very neat, if that's a phrase I can use, Mr. Dollar. We had a question with serious implications to it. We have an answer now. That's what we wanted.
But it's too neat.
I'm not sure I know quite what you mean.
Look, you first called me in because it was halfway in your mind that Pearling's alleged death was for the purpose of making money on the market. Now, why did you think that?
It was a possibility.
But what else? What about Pearling?
What do you mean?
Do you know him? Ever met him? Do you think he was capable of a thing like that?
Not now. No. I have proof from you that wasn't his reason at all.
But you thought so before you had that proof. You suspected it.
Suppose I did, yes.
Well, I didn't know him from a load of coal, but I always figured there's money in it somewhere. And I've met David Pearling. He doesn't seem like the kind of man who'd worry about a grown daughter who didn't like him and ran away. Just didn't seem that way.
Oh, here now. A detective agency working on the case, a story in the paper.
But no police, Mr. Scottman. No bulletins. No 100% effort to find her. Why?
I suppose you have a good point.
I'm sure I have a good point, Mr. Scottman. Money's always a good point. But what money, how, why, I don't know. I can't answer those questions. I wish I could. If I could, I'd know that a man like Dave Pearling was lying through his teeth if he told me he wanted his daughter back safe at home. I'd know why he was lying. I know I'm just talking and getting nowhere right now, but... Well, I thought I'd better tell you what was on my mind.
Yes, well, you've certainly done that. Now what?
That's up to you.
Oh. Well, if you feel so strongly about this, I think then you should continue. I thought it was ended, but in view of the circumstances, continue. By all means, continue.
Well, Dollar?
Well, you're working late.
Yeah, I'd rather stay here than go home sometimes. Most of the time.
Hey, well, we might be seeing quite a bit of each other.
How did you know? Pearling told me to contact you. You're pretty cute, Dollar.
Tell me why.
You hardly ever run across a picture of a girl you'd like to look at as much as this Pearling dame.
Oh, I might have.
You know, you kid me most of the time, and I'm an old slob who stands around with hardly any fast answers. But you aren't kidding me this time, Pally. You show it all over. If I walked in a place and I seen a girl as nice looking as this, and I had any business with her, I'd be the luckiest guy in the world. Now, there are women and there are women. But if that picture means anything, Boy, she's a woman. And you want to meet her, right?
Sure I want to meet her, but you're getting romantic.
And if I saw, but didn't have any business with her, just saw, I'd go take a walk around the block before I talked to anybody. Yeah, I know. And I don't blame you. You're a very lucky fella. You're going to see her. That's why Pearling asked me to contact you.
Huh?
Here. Came in about an hour ago. One of our men located her.
Where?
She's in New Orleans.
He handed me the wire, and I read it over. Then I looked at him, he looked at me. I didn't ask any questions. He didn't say a word. It was a wonderful make-believe world, but it really didn't exist. Too neat and too tidy. And we all know the world's full of bumps. Ever hear of Mount Everest? Johnny Dollar.
Dave Pearling, Mr. Dollar. I want to talk to you.
Hello, Mr. Pearling.
Mr. Amewell tells me you were in his office looking into my private affairs.
If investigating the matter I came here for involves your private affairs, I guess I did that.
I should be irritated, I suppose. And I guess I'm not. When can I see you?
Most any time. How about today?
I'll be at my house all day long.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Pearling matter. Item 9, 10 cents, one phone call to Morton Scottman advising him that Jeannie Pearling had been located in New Orleans by one of Amewell's operatives. Mr. Scottman thought that over for a while and then assumed it would be in the best interests of Eastern Liability to make certain this was the truth. I told Mr. Scottman I intended to do just that. Item 10, $5, cab fare from the New Weston Hotel to the home of David Pearling.
Hi. Come on in.
The man who opened the door wasn't a servant. He wore a dark blue double-breasted suit. He smelled of cigars and bourbon, and private detectives stuck out all over him. He jammed a pudgy finger in the general direction of what later turned out to be the library, and I followed. The room we went into was empty, except for us. As far as I could see or hear, the rest of the house was empty, too. The man in the blue suit sat down on a leather sofa and pointed to a quart of bourbon that had just come out of a sack.
You must be this Dollar guy, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Pearling will be along in a minute. He asked me to say hello to you. By the way, my name's Brad Copeland. I'm one of Niles' men. Niles Amewell?
That's great. Where is Niles?
He's with Mr. Pearling. They'll be along. Sit down, relax. They said they thought it was about time for a little conference.
What for? The girl's been found, hasn't she?
Oh, sure. Now they gotta figure some other things out.
I'll bet.
You don't believe much of this, do you?
Nope.
Well, then I'll put it this way. I'm the guy who found Jeannie Pearling. How about it now?
Okay. Look, I got put on this thing because an insurance company executive thought Pearling might have had a false death report made on him to juggle some things in the stock market.
Oh, that story in the papers about Pearling dying, huh?
Yeah, Pearling paid to have that story printed, all right, but not for any stock market angles. He did it to try and scare up this daughter of his who scrambled away from home a year ago. Now, I found that hard to believe, even after I talked to Niles Amewell and he told me the agency had been hired to find the girl a year ago. I suppose you're one of the men who's been looking.
Yeah, that's about it. No luck, either. And yesterday morning comes a phone call. I don't know who it is. Tells me where she's living, what name she's using in New Orleans. I scram down there by plane and check it out. It's all true. So I come back here, and here I am. Conference.
You found her on a tip from somebody you don't know? Man or woman?
Always a man's voice. Wonderful, ain't it, what happens sometimes?
How does it look to you?
Like a sealed freight car full of nothing. That's the girl down there in UO, all right. I managed that. I picked up her prints and checked them with what we had to go on. But what's what, I don't know.
What's Amewell going to do now?
That's why the conference. We see what we'll see. Relax.
I tried to do that, but I didn't do very well. Copeland settled to his bourbon, and I picked up and laid down a half a dozen magazines, smoked 2 cigarettes, paced up and down. Finally, I heard a door open somewhere, and Niles Amewell and David Pearling walked in the room. Then Amewell motioned Copeland to his feet, and both of them left the room without a word. David Pearling and I were alone.
How much do they pay you, Dollar?
Oh, I'm paid well enough. What's that got to do with it?
I was just curious, is all. You seem like a competent man. As a matter of fact, the most competent I've met, and that includes Mr. Aimwell and Mr. Copeland. By the way, I just fired them.
Really?
I don't think I need them anymore now that I know where Jeannie is.
Oh?
You've had an extraordinary interest in my affairs lately. I'm willing to bet that you won't leave me alone until you're satisfied about my daughter.
You'd be right.
I want Jeannie to come home. Here, where she belongs.
Why don't you go get her?
I think that might be difficult under the circumstances. I'm afraid she bears considerable rancor for myself and Mrs. Pearling. Perhaps someone like you could, persuade her that it would be the best thing to do.
I go down to New Orleans and get her?
Exactly.
I was going anyway.
Oh? Why?
Well, offhand, you don't seem like the father who's happy to know that his daughter, whom he hasn't seen or heard from in a year, is alive and well. You haven't made a move to go and pick her up yourself. Also, she was found too soon and too fast after I got in on the picture.
You can stop right there. I'm sure I wouldn't even attempt to explain any of those things.
I didn't think you would. Or could. I'm on my way to New Orleans, Mr. Pearling, to get your daughter. I think she'd be crazy if she came back here, but I'll take it up with her.
Do that.
I wonder if you'd like to try to explain something else for me.
What?
Why you were feeling me out a couple of minutes ago to see if I'd buy off.
Get out of here. Get out.
Why not? Expense account item 11, $113.15. Airfare, incidentals, New York to New Orleans, Louisiana. The temperature was exactly 28 degrees hotter when I landed. In the cab from the field, I peeled off my coat and loosened my tie and took off my hat. I walked into the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel that way. Everyone else seemed cool enough in linens and tropicals. Everyone except myself and a big blonde giant of a man leaning against the CNS ticket counter.
Boy, take Mr. Dollar to 511.
The giant smiled when he saw me and stuck out his hand.
Well, I'm certainly glad to see you. We thought you'd never get here. Hope you had a pleasant trip.
I was okay.
I know you're tired and hot and would like to wash up a little and refresh yourself, but the rest of the boys are headquartered in 810. They're mighty anxious to meet you. Mighty anxious. Us Delta cotton growers are going to make it or break it at this convention. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We sure are, aren't we?
As soon as you're cleaned up, you come right over. We have a drink, and I'll show you around the town.
Yeah, that'll be swell. 8:10?
8:10. About an hour?
About an hour.
I'll see you.
Hey, clerk.
Yes, sir?
How long have the Delta cotton growers been in town?
Delta cotton growers? Well, they had their convention last month, sir.
Who's registered in 810?
We have no 810, sir.
I'd done someone dirty. When he came over with a hand out in front, I was supposed to say, "You got the wrong fellow. My name's Dollar." But I made him play it out for a particular reason. He wanted to know who I was, and he didn't quite know. But then I wanted to know who he was, and I didn't quite know. I wanted to know him because of that .38 strapped under his left arm. It bulged out just enough to make me curious. By 7:30, I'd eaten dinner and found an address on Ursuline Street, the address where Jeannie Pearling was living. The mailbox carried that name. It was one of those unpainted apartment houses in the French Quarter, full of heat and low-watt light bulbs. The girl who opened the door was a medium-sized blonde, and she wore a black dress. The girl I was looking for had coal black hair.
Yes?
How do you do? My name's Johnny Dollar. I came here to see Jeannie Pearling.
Come in, please. You're a friend of Jean's?
In a way, I just came from New York.
You know her father, then?
Yes.
Oh. I'm Janice Floyd, Jean's roommate. This way. Careful, it's a little dark.
Sure. Maybe I had the feeling when I saw the black dress. But I knew I had it when Janice Floyd turned and led me through the two large rooms that made the apartment. I thought that was the end of it, but there was one more room. The blonde girl stood to one side so I could see in. The perspiration began to trickle down my face. I knew what was coming.
Here she is, Mr. Dollar.
She was there, all right. As lovely and as young and beautiful as the picture. There was a candle burning at her head and feet. And she was dead. I I don't know how long I stood there in that dark room staring down at her. I think there were other people in there, too. Dark people, heads bowed, hands folded in front of them, all looking at her. How did it happen?
Leukemia. Didn't you know her very long?
No, as a matter of fact, Miss Floyd, I didn't ever know her. I certainly didn't know she was dead when I came here tonight. I hardly expected
She asked that it be this way. But who are you?
I'm an insurance investigator.
From her father?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, yes, I see it now. You aren't the first one who's been here looking for her. There have been others. Detectives and lawyers trying to get her to go back.
What?
If he'd loved her, if they'd loved her for just one unselfish moment, she would still be there. Well, Mr. Dollar, she's where her father can't bother her anymore. You tell him that when you go back to New York. Tell him he can stop hiring lawyers and detectives to find her. Now, get out.
Expense account item 13, $5, the usual charge in any city for having a legal document copied and photostated. A death certificate verifying the fact that the girl had died on the 20th day of the month. A medical report attached to the certificate named the cause of death as leukemia. I had copies of all these legal documents by 10 o'clock the following morning. I even went through the motions of phoning the desk and asking for a bill and making a plane reservation for that night. I had a feeling someone would be very interested to see me take care of all those things, and I was right. The big blonde man with the .38 happened to be in one corner of the lobby when I paid my bill. He also happened to be at the airport when I picked up my ticket, but then he got careless. I walked through the gate, waited 2 minutes, and slipped back to grab a cab in front, just in time to see him wheel a battered convertible out of the parking lot and head back for town. I followed in my cab. He went to the Ursuline Street address. 2 minutes later, he came out. Expense account, item 14, $8. I let my cab go and strolled up to him just as he was getting in his car. Hiya.
What?
Look, we've been playing games long enough, don't you think? Well?
Why don't you go back to New York and do what you have to do?
Deliver this death certificate? I don't believe it.
You saw her dead, didn't you?
Still don't believe it.
That's too bad, because that's the way it is.
He got in his car, started it up, drove away. I stood there and watched him go. Money, I kept saying to myself. Money. There's money in it somewhere. Plain old money.
Now, here's our star to tell you about the final intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, there's still money in it. More money than it takes to save a life. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the final episode of this week's story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, Johnny's certainly putting quite a bit on intuition. I won't comment on it too much more than that, just because I do remember how it ends, and I don't want to even intentionally give away something that folks don't want to hear. But be sure and be back with us on Friday as we wrap this story up. And join us tomorrow. We'll be bringing you an episode of Nick Carter. All right, well, before we do get started, I want to let you know that today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. And you can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, now, folks, it's time for today's episode of Nick Carter, A Cat Brings Death.
What is it?
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Yes, it's another case for that most famous of all manhunters, the detective whose ability at solving crime is unequaled in the history of detective fiction. Nick Carter, Master Detective. Tonight's curious adventure.
A Cat Brings Death. For Nick Carter and the mystery of the missing Persian.
Well, the confounded doggone things to have
Riley,
happened
you
to
don't
a
seem very happy to see me this morning.
I ain't.
Something I've done, or just things in general?
Things in particular.
Here's your glass of water, Lieutenant.
All right. What you get it so cold for?
Well, Lieutenant, it ain't...
All right. Get out. Now, where'd I put them pills?
Taking your vitamins regularly, I see. Excellent idea for anyone inclined to be nervous.
Vitamins, nothing. Them's aspirin tablets for headaches.
Lieutenant Riley, do you mind if I sit down this lovely morning?
Sit down, but don't bother me. I've got too many troubles of my own to be bothered with yours.
But I have no troubles, Lieutenant. I feel free as a bird.
You would.
Care to tell old Uncle Nick what the trouble is?
In case you're interested, Mr. Nicholas Carter,
I am.
Shut up if you want to hear this.
Oh, sorry. Please forgive me.
In case you're interested, I just had to release Scully Greer from his temporary residence in my jail.
Oh, too bad.
I couldn't get enough on him to hold him for a jury in spite of the fact that every cop in town knows he's guilty.
Oh, what a pity.
And we've been trailing his sidekick Sabin for more than a week steady without a sign of results. The same with that blonde, Reba Dawes. You're right back where we started. 3 smooth jobs pulled this month without a smell of a clue. 3 big jewel robberies, and my little Boy Scouts are still out chasing rainbows.
You know, Riley, I haven't been following this case very closely, but I have a hunch.
Hunch. You can't hold a crook on a hunch. There's been enough high-class sparkles lifted around here in the last 30 days to stock a pawn shop, and we can't put a finger on nobody. Now, you got a hunch. You can't
Riley, I know. You can't hold a crook on a hunch. You got to pin something on him and make it stick. I've heard you say that before.
Well, it's true. Why, Nick, I ain't even
the phone, Lieutenant.
All right. Lieutenant Riley, Police Headquarters.
This is Commissioner Clark, Riley.
Yes, sir, Commissioner.
Now, look, if somebody doesn't turn up something on these jewel robberies pretty quick now, there's going to be some changes around here.
We've been working hard on it, Commissioner, and I ain't hardly been home long enough to eat, sir. That's a fact, sir.
The trouble with you, Riley, is in your head, not in your stomach. Maybe we need some new blood in that department.
Oh, now, Commissioner, we can't find clues when there ain't none to find. We're doing all we can, sir.
You'll have to do better. I expect results within 48 hours. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Commissioner.
I take it that was the commissioner.
You take it... Oh, look, Nick, couldn't you go someplace else for a while?
Why, Riley, your lack of hospitality amazes me. I only came down to... the buzzer, Lieutenant.
All right. Well, what is it now? More trouble?
There's a woman out here demanding to see you. And I mean demanding.
I ain't receiving visitors today.
You'd better be. It's Mrs. Dudley Banks herself.
Mrs. Dudley Banks?
You know, Commissioner's favorite aunt.
I know who she is. What does she want? Some more contributions
She says she's been robbed, Lieutenant.
Robbed? Oh, don't tell me we got another case to break. I can't stand much more of this. All right, send her in.
You know, Riley, I remember reading recently that Mrs. Dudley Banks had the finest collection of rubies in the country.
Oh, no, Nick. Not rubies.
You don't suppose that
Mrs. Dudley Banks, Lieutenant Riley.
Lieutenant Riley, I've come to you personally to report a most distressing thing.
I've been robbed in broad daylight and under the most distressing circumstances.
You've been robbed?
I most certainly have, and I shall expect you to take immediate action.
You can depend on us, Mrs. Dudley Banks. Just what was the nature of your loss?
My cat.
Your cat? You said your cat?
Precisely, my cat. A lemon-colored Persian of the female sex. She's known as Fluffy. She disappeared from my upstairs living room sometime this morning.
Well, isn't it just possible that the cat just strayed off the premises like...
Fluffy was stolen, of that I am certain. She's not given to wandering away.
Yes, of course, ma'am. What do you expect me to do?
Do? Why do you suppose I came down here for sympathy?
Well,
I expect you to recover the animal, apprehend the criminal, and punish him.
Oh, sure.
I shall be home after 4 o'clock. At that time, you will be at liberty to inspect the premises. You have my address, of course. Good day.
Cat. A Persian cat. Of all the confounded nonsense!
Ah, but Riley, think. Think how lucky you are that it wasn't her rubies.
Lucky, you call it.
Well, Lieutenant, what are you going to do about this, pardon my pun, catastrophe?
Do about it as if I didn't have enough troubles now. That old Cluck may be the commissioner's favorite aunt, but if she thinks I'm going to assign anybody to round up a stray cat, she's a lot...
You know, Riley, this case interests me.
What?
Yes. Why, a case like this might develop some startling angles before we get through with it.
Oh, Nick, quit your kidding.
No, really, Riley, I'm serious. This, I feel sure, is a case worthy of my talents. It'll be a pleasure for me to turn from the pursuit of murderers and other such small-time criminals to the really important work of discovering who walked off with the lovely feline pet of Mrs. Dudley Banks.
Are you kidding, Nick?
Definitely not, Riley. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, I shall ring Mrs. Dudley Banks' bell, wipe my feet on a doormat, hand my hat to the butler, and see what I can uncover about the mystery of the missing Persian.
Go!
So long, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
I'm from police headquarters. Lieutenant Riley sent me to investigate the loss of Mrs. Dudley Banks' cat.
Oh, yes, sir. Mrs. Dudley Banks is expecting you. Come in, please.
Thank you.
This way, please. Mrs. Dudley Banks is in her sitting room.
Thank you.
A police person, madam.
A police person?
Yes, madam. About the cat, madam.
Oh, yes, of course. Come in. That will be all, Carrington.
Very good, madam.
My name is Carter, Mrs. Dudley Banks. Lieutenant Riley sent me here to see if I can find your cat.
To see if you can find her, you must find her.
That's what I mean, madam. Now, will you please tell me what you know about her disappearance?
There's very little to tell. I was obliged to be absent from the house this morning for about 2 hours. I left my poor Fluffy right here in her own little basket. It's that one there with the pink ribbons on it.
Yes. Now, who was here in the house while you were gone?
My butler and my maid were both here, but neither of them paid the slightest attention to poor Fluffy. It was not until I myself returned at noon that she was missed.
She was a lemon-yellow-colored Persian, I believe.
Yes, a beautiful little creature. Here, let me show you her picture.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, Mrs. Dudley Banks.
Not necessary? That's absurd. Surely you can find her more easily when you know what she looks like.
Very well, madam, if you insist.
Of course I insist. Here. Now, this one was taken about 2 months ago.
Yes.
It's not a very good picture because this stupid photographer sent his assistant instead of coming himself.
Oh, I see. Well, a very pretty cat, isn't it? She?
She is. That picture doesn't do her justice.
Now, what happened when you discovered she was missing?
I was broken-hearted.
No, I mean, did you look for her?
What a silly question. Of course we looked for her. We searched the whole house thoroughly, but Fluffy was gone.
Has she ever run away before?
I should say not. She adored me.
I see. Madam, this is a very baffling case. There are a number of, angles. Are you sure nothing else is missing beside the cat?
Nothing. We checked everything.
And there were no visitors this morning while you were out?
No one. No one except the young woman from the ladies' auxiliary, of course.
Ah. What did she come here for?
Every Wednesday afternoon, my friends and I meet here to roll bandages. And this young woman comes the day before to bring us the materials.
She's been coming here regularly?
Every week.
Do you know her name?
I believe this young lady's name is Miss Conroy. She took over the job only last week.
Oh. She hasn't been here before last week, huh?
No, another girl did it before that. But, why are you asking all these questions about her? Surely you can't think she had anything to do with it.
You never can be sure, madam.
Oh, but she's such a sweet girl. A blonde with beautiful green eyes, just like my poor dear Fluffy.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Dudley Banks. I'll be getting back to headquarters now.
You mean you've solved the mystery of dear Fluffy's disappearance?
Perhaps. Will you have your butler show me out, please?
Yes, of course. Carrington.
Yes, madam.
Show Mr. Carter out.
Yes, madam. This way, sir.
Good day, Mrs. Dudley Banks. Thank you, Carrington.
Not at all, sir. Good day.
Very interesting, Nick. This may produce results after all.
This is the headquarters of the Ladies' Auxiliary.
This is the office of Brown, White, and Brown, attorneys.
Yes?
Could you give us the address of a Miss Conroy who works with you? We have a legal communication for her.
Miss Conroy? One moment, please.
Stranger things have happened. I wonder if it's
Miss
possible.
Conroy lives at 76 East Dover Place.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Driver, why are you stopping here?
Well, this is the address you give me, mister.
This is 76 East Dover Place?
Well, it's as near as I can get to it.
But this is an empty lot.
I can't help that, mister. It's 76 East Dover Place just the same.
Oh. Okay. Take me to the Mayflower Restaurant at 56th and 34th.
Right.
You're a little early for dinner tonight, Mr. Carter. Nobody gets in here before 6 generally.
Now, never mind, Katie. Bring me a nice, thick slab of roast beef.
Oh, you're just fooling, Mr. Carter. This is Meatless Tuesday.
Oh, yes, so it is, Katie. I never seem to remember that. Well, what's on the menu?
Here, you can look for yourself. Thanks. If you had to buy meat for a family the way I do, you'd remember it. It's a job getting things these days.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Why, just this afternoon, before I come to work, I went to the butcher shop to get some liver. My husband calls it cat food, but he eats it just the same. Well, I got some, and a nice piece it was, too, but I had to fight for it.
Fight for it?
Yeah, blonde little chit tried to get it away from me. Last piece there was, but I got it. I slapped her face, too, I did. And she didn't want it for herself at all. Wanted it for a cat. Imagine.
Her cat? What kind of cat?
What's the difference what kind of a cat it was? The idea of hard-working folks having to go without so some cat can eat the best there is.
This blonde. She wouldn't be young and pretty, would he? Lives in the neighborhood, maybe?
Oh, she's pretty to look at, but the language she used, it'll make your hair curl. Yeah, she lives around here. I seen her going in and out of the Mecca apartments across the park. She's a movie actress, maybe.
Mecca Apartments, huh? Well, I wonder if she's home now.
Here, don't you want any dinner? I thought you'd come in here to eat.
Oh, sorry, Katie. I'll be back later. Right now, I have to follow a hunch and see a girl about a cat. So long. Prima Dawes. Name on the door as big as life. Hey, that's the young lady Riley's been trying to pin something on for the past few weeks, if I recall correctly. Well, Nick, let's see what happens.
Well?
Very well, thanks.
Here, what's the idea of pushing into my apartment like that?
We just dropped in to say hello.
What do you want here?
Kitty was right. You are good looking.
Listen, fella, if you don't clear out of here, I'll...
Pretty cat you got there, too. Persian, isn't it?
Never mind the cat. What's the game? Come on, talk up or get out.
All right, here it is. You call yourself Conroy, get to be a worker for the ladies' auxiliary, get chummy with Mrs. Dudley Banks, and then walk off with her pet Persian under your raincoat. What's the answer?
Oh, a dick, are you?
Could be. I think Lieutenant Riley would like to have a chat with you down at headquarters.
Lieutenant Riley had me down at headquarters and had to let me go. He's got nothing on me.
Then you won't have to worry, will you? We'll go down and confer with him anyway. We'll take Fluffy along with us.
You let that cat alone. I'm not leaving here for you or anyone else.
No? Mrs. Dudley Banks didn't like the idea of you taking her. You better answer that. It's somebody I'd like to see, and be yourself. I don't want to have to get rough. Watch yourself. I'll be right behind these curtains watching you.
Oh, Scully, it's you.
Sure, it's me, babe. Who'd you expect?
Oh, I don't know. I just...
What's the matter, babe? You look scared.
No, I'm not scared.
You ready to travel? We're rolling tonight.
Scully,
Say, you did a nice job getting us the layout of the old lady's place. I'm proud of you. You know, that ladies' auxiliary racket worked out okay. Me and Sabin turned the trick in no time. The wall safe was a pipe to crack, and we cleaned it. We put the maid and the old lady to sleep and dumped them in the closet. They never got a squint at us at all. We had to get rough with the butler. The old coot tried to make a getaway. Yeah, we had to give him the wakes.
Scully,
Say, are you sick or something?
I got something to tell you. There's a dick behind the curtain.
Both of you. Turn around and keep your hands in sight. Get him up, Scully. Now, let's see if you're carrying a gun.
What the...
Just keep them up, Scully. And you too, Reba. I'm not pointing this gun of mine at you for exercise. Oh, no gun, huh? What's the matter?
Don't you wish I had one? And you could pull me for carrying a concealed weapon. Nothing doing, copper. I don't carry any hardware outside of business hours, see? Hey, what are you doing here anyhow?
Just been waiting around for you to show up.
Hey, look, babe. How come this dick's parked here in your place?
I tried to tell you, Scully. He just busted in on me just before you came.
Must have had some reason for busting in.
Well, never mind that now, Scully. Let's all go down and see Riley. He should have held you in jail a little longer today. It would have queered the job you just pulled at Mrs. Dudley Banks' residence. Well, that's the answer to my problem, anyhow. Now just stand there, you two, while I give Riley a ring. Life will be a great deal happier for him when I tell him who's coming down to see him.
Police headquarters. Lieutenant Riley speaking.
Oh, Riley, I have a surprise for you.
I already got one, Nick. You know what was pulled off not half an hour ago?
I do. You found Mrs. Dudley Banks and her maid bundled up in a closet, and the butler shot to death. Probably the wall safe had been cleaned out, and Mrs. Dudley Banks' prized collection of rubies is missing.
Nick, where did you... how
Very
come
simple, Riley. Katie had liver for supper tonight, see? And, hey, put on those lights again. Don't try anything.
Hey, Nick.
Okay, Reba. Turn the lights on.
What's going on there?
Where's his gun, Scully?
Hey,
Now,
what's all that
copper,
noise?
you stay put, right where you are.
Okay, Scully, just as you say.
Good work, babe. You turned these lights on just at the right time. You better pick up the table and put that phone back.
Okay. Light switch was just behind me. I figured we'd have a better chance in the dark. You're awful quick, Scully.
You're too quick for that copper. He didn't get a chance to spill anything to Riley. We ain't in the picture at all, and we won't be either.
I was pretty scared for a minute. Hey, where's Sabin?
We're meeting him. I had Jake bring me here to get you.
Oh.
He's waiting for us downstairs. Now, you ready to travel?
Sure, I've been ready for the past hour. Thought it was you at the door when this dick knocked. That's why I opened it so quick.
Yeah, let's get going then.
Say, ain't you going to take care of the flatfoot before we leave?
Not here. Don't want these dead dicks tie you up with it and maybe hook me in, too. Just take him along with us for a while. And keep Riley guessing, too.
How mighty nice of you to take me along to meet Sabin, Scully. Then I'll have all three of you together in one place where it'll be easier to take you in. You know, Riley'd hate to see you leave town now.
Cut the comedy, copper. You're going along, but not far. So pick up your hat, big boy, and march yourself downstairs. And don't forget, I'll be right behind you, all the way.
Okay, Scully. You're the boss, now that you've got my gun. Oh, don't forget your cat, Reba.
Gosh, that's right. I almost did. Come on, Fluffy.
Hey, where'd that thing come from?
It's mine. Isn't she a dear? Picked her up today. Just couldn't resist her.
You gonna drag that along with you?
Sure, I can't leave her behind. She won't be any trouble.
Okay, let's get going. I don't want to keep Jake waiting. Anybody bother you while you was waiting, Jake?
Nah. Say, who's that with you, Scully?
Yeah, one of Riley's bloodhounds. You was up in front with Jake, Reba.
Okay.
Right. Dick. Hey, what's happened, Scully?
It's
What's he
all
doing
right,
here?
Jake. Get going. Yeah, we're behind schedule now on account of this guy.
Okay, but I don't like it. You ought to get rid of him.
We will, when the time comes. Hey, look, Gumshoes. How come you happened to drop in on Reba tonight?
Just a hunch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Funny how things break, isn't it? You see, it all started when Katie had liver for supper.
You said that before. What about it?
So here we are, the three of us. Funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't stop laughing.
What's so funny, Scully?
Ask that Dick. He knows the answers.
I'll tell you when the time comes. But first, let's find Saban.
Yeah, there's the place, Scully. That garage here.
Yeah, pull right inside. Sabin will be waiting there for us.
Right.
That's you, Scully?
Yeah.
Hey, where you been? If we don't get upstate before morning, we're going to be... Hey, who's that with you?
Keep your shirt on and close the garage doors before some fool cop shows up and begins asking questions.
Yeah, okay.
Come over here, Sabin.
Yeah?
I want to show you a prize package I picked up tonight. A real live bloodhound straight from Riley's kennels.
Him? How'd he get into the picture?
Walked in on his own 2 feet.
Well, he won't go out that way. They'll have to carry him when we get through with him.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling him. But it don't seem to worry him none.
What's the use of worrying? I can't do anything about it. Yet.
Not yet or ever, copper. You're a dead duck. Hey, give Jake the gun, Scully. He can stay here and hold it on the gumshoe. You and Reba come into the house with me a minute.
Okay, Sabin. Here, Jake. Keep this pointed at that Dick's heart.
Yeah.
I have to laugh when I think it's his own gun that's keeping him quiet.
He'll keep quiet, all right. Or something's going to happen to him. Hey, how long are you going to be gone?
Just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Everything's all set to go as soon as we finish what we got to do.
Okay, but don't forget we got a long way to go yet tonight.
We ain't forgot. You just keep your eye on the copper till we get back.
It's a pleasure. Hey, can I knock him off?
Not yet. Wait till we get a ways out of town. Then you can finish him any way you like.
Hear that, copper? You and me is going to have fun. I don't like cops, and I'm going to take it all out on you.
I'm sure that'll be great fun, Jake.
Yeah? You won't think so. Hey, Dick, don't start moving. Stay where you're on that back seat now. One more move and I'll plug you.
Scully said not to shoot, Jake. There might be cops around.
You come any close, I'll let you have it, cops or no cops.
Remember, Jake, cops.
I warn you.
You must have a gun of your own somewhere on you. Yeah, there it is. Now, my friend, I feel a little better. I'll just put this piece of wire around your wrists. And around your ankles. And slip this rag in your mouth. Tie it back here. There. Now, don't think you'll bother me any. And I'm going to have my hands full in a few minutes. I'm going to take you and your 3 pals back to Riley. Now, I'll just go over here and stand behind this door. And when they come back, there'll be a one-man welcoming party. Okay. Come on, you lugs. I'm waiting.
Well, Mr. Copper, you're about to take your last ride. I hope you... Sabin, look.
Huh? What is it?
Jake's out cold.
The dick's broken loose. Look out!
Up with your hands, all of you.
Hey, where'd
Stop
you
those
get
bags and get your hands in the air. Maybe fast, Saban, but not that fast.
Hey, don't shoot, don't shoot. You know I ain't got no gun.
Let's have another look to make sure. Now, you're clean. I'll just take Saban's gun. I'll make sure he doesn't have another one on him anyway. He's clean, too. I'll keep those hands where I can see them, Reba.
Just want to get a handkerchief out of my handbag.
All right, but no tricks.
Can't a girl use her own handkerchief when she has to blow?
Sorry to have to sock you in the jaw, lady. Suppose I might have known you'd have a gun in your handbag. All right, you two. Pick her up and put her in the back of the car, and then get in yourself. Scully, you drive. Sabin, you sit in back with Reba and me. Just push Jake over, Scully. He won't bother you. All right, get going.
Okay.
Then we'll all drive down and surprise Lieutenant Riley. Won't that be fun?
after they left you alone with Jake, then what?
Well, Patsy, when the three of them went into the house, I knew the chance I'd been waiting for had come.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the back seat, and Jake was in the front seat, holding my gun on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up out of my seat, moved over to Jake, took the gun away from him, and punched him in the jaw. He went out like a light.
Nick, you moved up on a man holding a pistol on you? Why in the world didn't he kill you? Sounds to me like a hair-breadth Harry story.
He tried to kill me, all right, Patsy. But he didn't know what I knew. That's why I had the advantage on him.
Oh, stop teasing, Nick. Tell me, why in the world didn't he shoot you?
As I said, Patsy, he tried to. But the gun wasn't loaded.
Wasn't loaded?
No. That's why I felt perfectly safe in just taking it away from him. Patsy, you should have seen the look in his face when he pointed the gun at my heart and pulled the trigger 3 times.
But I thought you said it was your gun.
He did, Patsy.
And it wasn't loaded?
No, Patsy. With shame and remorse, I admit it wasn't loaded. You see, when Scully jumped on me in Reba's apartment, I tried to shoot him with it. But the trigger simply clicked. Then I suddenly remembered that I'd been cleaning it the night before when I got that long-distance phone call. And I just forgot to load it again.
That's a dangerous mistake to make, Nick, even if it did save your life this time.
Quite right, Patsy, quite right. Well, I certainly had a lot of fun watching Scully pointing that empty gun at me all the time we were going to meet Saban. You know, I really enjoyed it. I wish all my mistakes could turn out as well.
This has been another of the strange adventures of Nick Carter, Master Detective, which are brought to you regularly by WOR Mutual. Well, Nick, what's next week's story going to be about?
Before I tell you that, John, there's something else I want to say. Something very special. And this is addressed to you, our audience. We've been with you every week for the past year now, bringing you the strange and exciting adventures of Nick Carter. And now I'm very happy to be able to announce that beginning next Monday, April 17th, we're going to have the pleasure of being with you 5 times a week. 5 quarter hours a week, Mondays through Fridays at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Wartime, over most of these stations. And I assure you that we're looking forward to these meetings with you very eagerly. So remember, we won't be back Saturday nights anymore. But we will be here every evening, Monday through Friday, at 9:15 Eastern Wartime, beginning this coming Monday, April 17th. And we hope you'll be with us as regularly in the future as you have been in the past.
Gee, Nick, that's swell, isn't it? 5 times a week. And do we have a lot of exciting stories to tell?
Oh, you bet we do, Patsy. A lot of really exciting cases. And I think we'll start next Monday with a story which I call Kidnapped for Sale.
Or The Mystery of the Missing Babies.
Have you heard of the latest racket? Stealing young babies from their parents, not for ransom, but to sell them to people who want the baby for their own? Well, it's one of the dirtiest and lowest forms of kidnapping found in the underworld today.
And when a young mother who'd lost her baby came to Nick for help, he was glad of the chance to break up the kidnap ring and catch the fiends who stole innocent and helpless children and then sold them to the highest bidders.
So if you want to be in on the beginning of one of the most exciting chases I've ever had, listen next Monday evening at 9:15 Eastern Wartime to the story Kidnapped for Sale. So long, everybody.
So long.
And so long to both of you, Nick and Patsy. In the strange adventure you have just heard, Nick Carter was impersonated by Lon Clark, Patsy by Helen Choate, Lieutenant Riley by Humphrey Davis. Original music was played by Lou White. The entire production was written and directed by Jock McGregor. Next Monday evening at 9:15 Eastern Wartime, listen to the beginning of another curious experience of Nick Carter entitled
Kidnapped for Sale, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Missing Babies.
This story is a copyrighted feature of Street & Smith Publications, Incorporated. And beginning next Saturday night, the popular series True Detective Mysteries will be broadcast over most of these stations every Saturday night at 10:15 Eastern Wartime, in addition to Wednesday afternoons at 4:30 Eastern Wartime. This is Mutual.
Welcome back. I have to admit that I both liked and disliked the closing commercial. It was a great teaser. It made it so you couldn't wait to get to those serial episodes. Unfortunately, none of those serial episodes are in circulation, so I can't bring them to you. And I can't hear them, which is a bummer. In fact, that entire 5-day-a-week serial run, accounting for 5 months, was missing. But it sounds so interesting, so good. And I think as we're hearing with the Johnny Dollar program, you can really do some fantastic things with 5 shows a week. I will say, I would not say that these are lost. RadioGoldIndex.com, a website I've mentioned before. If you go there, they have little summaries and snippets on just a huge catalog of shows. It's certainly not complete, and it's not 100% accurate. But it does give you an idea of what may be out there among collectors, and they have around 200 more episodes of Nick Carter, including, I think, 3 or 4 of the serial runs complete. That doesn't mean that it's in the possession of the people who run that website, so don't email or contact them or anything. But it means that they were able to catalog it, which means that it was out there once and hopefully is still out there. So maybe one of these days we'll be able to listen to that. Another thing, and this was, I think, just a fun story. One thing I found interesting was people fighting over liver, just going to such ends. In our country today, we are far more logical. We don't get into those fights over things other than if it's the latest tech or toy on Black Friday. But I imagine it was a little more orderly than that most times. But, at least the woman whose family needed the meat got the meat. And I guess, and liver, obviously not considered the favorite meat by most folks, but any meat during World War II was much sought after. And I guess that's a good opportunity to remind you, if you are interested in World War II, we have another podcast, The War, in which we examine great old-time radio war programming. And this week, I'll have Adventures of Superman on Monday, Life of Riley on Tuesday, The Pacific Story on Wednesday, and Man Behind the Gun and Cavalcade of America, with our weekend music portion being from the Melody Roundup and the National Barn Dance. So you'll want to go ahead and check that out. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thank you so much for your support. We have the end of 2 sagas with detectives named Johnny. First, we'll have the conclusion of the Pearling matter, and then we wrap up our Carter Brown mystery, The Lady Was Lethal. But here now is the Pearling matter, Part 5.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Janice Floyd, Mr. Dollar.
Hello.
I understand you don't quite believe that Jeannie Pearling is dead.
That's about right.
I'm really not concerned one way or the other what you believe or disbelieve. I do know that I've been through quite an ordeal lately, and if you have any plans for interfering or bothering me in any way, I'll call the police.
All right.
I hope you understand that.
I do.
Well then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Pearling matter. I wrote to Morton Scottman at Eastern Liability, and I explained the circumstances under which I had arrived in New Orleans and located Jeannie Pearling. I enclosed her death certificate and the medical statement. I also reported on the conduct of her ex-roommate, Janice Floyd. Then I sat down and called Janice on the phone.
Hello?
This is Johnny Dollar, Miss Floyd.
Yes.
I think it's time we had a talk.
Mr. Dollar, we have nothing to discuss.
I think we have.
What?
How you're being taken.
Taken? By whom?
By a couple of people.
Goodbye,
Look,
Mr.
don't hang up on me, Miss Floyd. I came down here to find Jean Pearling. I'm with an insurance company. It was my job to check on a story her father told. Finding her was part of it. Let me come over and talk to you.
I'll be home tonight.
The apartment was 6 blocks from the hotel. I walked it for a reason. All kinds of people have followed me at one time or another, and I've followed all kinds of people. But the man who followed me off and on in New Orleans, the big blonde man with the .38, knew what he was doing. He was a professional. I made up my mind about that the first time I saw him. And I thought I was ready for him, but I wasn't. He waited until the streetlights got dim and no one was in sight. Oh! I vaguely remember that he caught me under the arms and laid me gently down on the street. That was all.
Easy, buddy, easy. You've been making too much whoopee.
Oh.
You folks visiting down here ought to be more careful.
Oh.
Get your suit all dirty. I wouldn't have found you, but my cab conked out right here.
My head, the side of my head.
You must have fallen hard. You had enough for tonight, or you want to keep going?
Oh, I've had plenty.
Yes, sir. I'll call a doctor.
No, help me. I'll be all right.
You're up. Easy now, easy.
Thanks. What time is it?
Almost midnight.
2 hours.
Where you want to go?
Ursuline Street.
Get in, get in.
Expense account item 16, $10 to one Good Samaritan cab driver who picked me up and dropped me at Janice Floyd's apartment. I was still weaving on my feet when I tapped on the door.
Mr. Dollar, you've been hurt. Come in.
I'm all right. Packing?
Yes, I've decided to leave town. Tonight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I thought it'd be something like that. Did a big fella, a blonde man, have anything to do with your decision to leave?
That's none of your business.
Let me tell you my business, Miss Floyd. I came down here to see Jean Pearling.
You saw her. She is dead.
Yes, I saw her, dead. Yesterday, I mailed a copy of her death certificate to New York.
Well, then what else? What other business?
The man who came here yesterday and reported to you, the man who told you I'd left town and you could breathe easier again, the same man who called you later and told you I was still around, still asking questions. He's my business. He followed me on my way here tonight. He slugged me.
I don't believe you're telling me the truth.
What's his name? Any idea why he carries a gun?
Carries a gun? You're making all this up.
Why would I? I've got what I came for, or practically what I came for, legal proof of the whereabouts of one Jean Pearling.
If Al hit you, he was trying to protect me.
Now listen to me. I think I have pretty much of it in hand now. You tell me if I'm wrong. First off, you're not any Janice Floyd. I'd guess that Janice Floyd was the girl who died of leukemia. I've got her picture in my wallet. It was given to me by David Pearling, who said it was his daughter.
This is all crazy.
Before you go into that, listen. I can have that body exhumed. I don't want to do it, but I will if I have to. Now, do you want me to do that?
All right. I'm Jean Pearling.
And that was the Floyd girl who died?
Yes. She was sick, and, well, I knew my father had detectives looking for me. I just never wanted to see him again or go home again. It seemed if poor Janice were dying and she had no one, if she somehow had my name, and, well, I'd never be bothered with my family again.
That was a pretty idea. Was it yours?
Al and I thought of it.
Al?
Al Britt.
The blonde guy. Okay, how'd he work it?
He saw to it that Janice had my name. I know it was against the law, but well, she had no one, and if she was buried with my name, then I'd be free of my family.
Well, that took some managing.
They hate me. They always have. I want my own life.
I don't blame you. You're entitled to it. Are you sure that's what you're getting?
I'm going to marry Al, no matter what. If you go back and tell them, well, that'll be that. If you let me stay dead, I
can't let that happen.
Why not? Why not, Mr. Dollar? What harm would it do?
Let your father make a fool out of you?
I don't understand.
You're worth $100,000.
What?
Cold, hard cash. An irrevocable trust was set up on you when you were born. Comes to you when you're 25. That'll be next month.
I don't care about the money.
Now, wait a minute. In the event you should die before your 25th birthday, the money would revert to your nearest of kin.
My father?
Your father.
I'm dead on paper.
Uh-huh.
Then Al.
Somebody paid him, probably your father, to make love to you.
Oh, no. No.
Get out of here, Dollar!
Al, wait!
I told you this man meant nothing but trouble.
He knows all about it.
Oh, he can't prove a thing. Get out of here, you!
Take it easy, Britt.
Al!
Yes, honey.
I know about you.
Honey, I don't know what to say.
Go. Just go, please.
He went. He looked at both of us as he went out the door. It was sort of a whip look. The way a puppy stares at you when you've caught him chewing on a slipper. I sat a while with Jean Pearling. She didn't say much. There wasn't much she could say. I told her I didn't think there was any reason for her to go back to New York unless she wanted to. She said she didn't want to go, didn't know what to do at the moment, and, well, we left it at that. I went back to my hotel and tried to get some sleep. About 6 o'clock in the morning, I got up, bathed, shaved, and packed. By 7:30, I had breakfast and was just about to check out.
Hello?
Hello, Britt.
Leaving?
That's right.
I'd like to talk first.
Sure. Okay.
You messed it up fine for her and me. I tried to call her this morning, and she hung up on me. I went over there, she wouldn't let me in.
I don't blame her, do you?
I guess I don't. I've decided to leave town.
Yeah, maybe that's better.
I don't know whether it is or not. You make it hard for a guy to talk.
All right, now look at it my way. This whole thing's been rotten. I met her father, and I know what kind he is. I know what he's done to her, what he'll do to her if she goes back. And then there's you, Britt, the hired man. You went in and made love to her for a salary. I didn't like it having to tell her that, and it must hurt. It must hurt pretty bad. So you see, I'm not too interested in what you might have to say or what you're going to do.
Wait. You're right reading me out this way. I deserve it. The old man found out where she was 4 months ago. I found out for him. I knew the girl she was living with had leukemia. I planned the whole switch. I put it to her the way she explained it, about being dead to keep away from her old man.
Of course, you didn't mention that $100,000 he could get his hands on once she was dead.
Oh, I didn't. But something funny happened to me, Dollar. I mean, I've done my share of dirty jobs. I've seen a lot of the human race. Taking a salary to make a sucker out of her didn't bother me at all. Not at first. And then I found out when she touched my face, I lived for that touch. And when I held her, she lived for me. I never thought it had happened to me, but it did. If you see her again, Dollar, tell her I was trying to stop it. I mean, all this part. But it was too late. Funny how things turn out, huh?
Yeah. Funny. Expense account item 17, $42.13, hotel and board bill. Item 18, $101 even, airplane ticket back to Hartford. Item 19, $1 cab fare. I stopped by her apartment on my way to the airport.
Oh, I thought you'd left, Mr. Dollar.
Well, came to say goodbye. How's it going today?
All right. I have some brandy.
No thanks. Jean.
Yes?
You going to New York?
No, I'll stay here a while. I don't want to see my father or mother.
How about Al Britt? He wants to see you.
Let's not talk about him, shall we? Do you think I'm a nice girl? Do you think my $100,000 will attract a lot of nice, eligible young men to me? Do you think
stop it. You'll burn your brakes.
Johnny.
Oh, no. Here.
I know what he did. I know why he did it. But I love him. He did his job too well.
Yeah. He could tell you what he started out to do and what happened to him with you. He could tell you if you let him.
He told you?
Yeah.
What kind of a trick is it?
No trick. Couldn't be. The guy's too mixed up. Tell you what, he'll try again. When he calls up next time, talk to him.
Why should I?
Because you may not have a mother and father or anyone else. But you do have him. And you will have him as long as he lives, if you want him. And that's what you've been looking for all your life. Someone to have. I'd take him if I were you. Item 20, $10. Miscellaneous. Total expense account, $714.35. Remarks, none. Report? She took him. They were married in Tampa this morning. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's intriguing story.
Next week, a lonely girl, a fine young man, a gentle father, and one of them is a killer. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Mary Jane Croft, Forrest Lewis, Jeanette Nolan, Russell Thorson, Michael Ann Barrett, Jack Petruzzi, Barbara Fuller, Herbert Ellis, and Marvin Miller. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino and Carl Fortina. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. This is an interesting episode because it was taken actually from one of the very first Jeff Regan episodes, The Prodigal Daughter, which was our 102nd episode here. And the general plot of finding the rich man's daughter and him having an ulterior motive was the same, but the number of changes that were made here is fascinating. Because the overall story, as well as the result of the plot, was a lot rougher in keeping with a lot of the late 1940s hard-boiled type stories. Here we get a very different take on this tale. And I think it shows by this point in Johnny Dollar's series. The show has been going since for about 9 months, and it's really developed kind of its own feel. And so I think that whereas other adaptations were pretty straightforward, they would take a show that had been done before and they would stretch it out, they would add in some elements, but you'd have basically the same script. But at this point, the style of the Bob Bailey Johnny Dollar has been established, so you're not going to just have a straight adaptation. What we get here is a story with a lot more tenderness in its conclusion. And I think, again, speaks to the type of character that Bob Bailey's Johnny Dollar was. All right, well, it's time now for Carter Brown. And here now is The Lady Was Lethal Part 4.
Carter Brown, Mysteries. Adventures in excitement and suspense, based on the best-selling novels by the slick storytelling sensation, Carter Brown.
The light had broken. The motive for the murder of my partner, Hank Williams, was clear, contained in the notebook he'd sent his sister, and which now lay on the desk between us in my office. I stared at the notebook, and my thoughts turned to the past, to when Hank Williams and Johnny Eaton were a team, a first-rate private detective team. And now there was only Eaton left. Well, they were going to pay for it.
What are you planning to do, Johnny?
Listen, and you'll find out.
Who are you calling?
The Blues Club. This is where the hook gets baited.
Blues Club?
I want to talk to Mr. Laban.
Who's calling?
Tell him Johnny Eaton. He'll talk to me.
Hold on. Laban, you're late calling to tell me you've changed your mind, Seamus. The 24 hours I gave you is over.
That's not what I'm calling for, Laban.
So, what do you want?
Just to tell you that I've definitely got the goods you want. All done up in a neat little book.
Yeah?
40,000 is the firm price. You've got till tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it goes to Washington, and they can sort it out on a federal level. So make up your mind fast, won't you?
Now listen.
Goodbye, Laban.
Oh, Johnny was that smart. They'll be after your blood.
And I'm after theirs.
Where do we go from here?
To my apartment. I'll feel safer when we're both there. The only way in is through the front door. The windows look out on a sheer drop of 7 floors, and the fire people are always complaining because we've got no fire escapes. So long as we watch the door, we're set. Once we got to the apartment, Helen headed for the kitchen to rustle up coffee. I set about a little work. I found a piece of oil silk, carefully wrapped a notebook and my gun in it, and tied a piece of wire around it. I went downstairs to my car, took off the petrol filler cap, and carefully slid the package into the petrol tank, attaching the wire to the screw thread on the cap. It was as good a hiding place as I could think of.
Johnny?
Yeah, it's me, honey.
Coffee's ready. Here you are.
Thanks, honey. Say, what have you done to yourself suddenly?
Nothing. Why?
I don't know. You look a different girl somehow.
I'm the same girl, only now you're beginning to notice me. Johnny.
Okay, I'll go. Who is it?
Me, Jorgensen. What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Come in, Lieutenant.
Thanks.
Who is it, Johnny?
Lieutenant Jorgensen. Pour him a cup of coffee. Let's go in the living room, Lieutenant.
Okay, but I haven't got time for coffee.
You know Helen Williams, Lieutenant.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Miss Williams.
Sure you want to have coffee?
No, thanks.
You don't look happy, Sleuth. What's your trouble?
You know a dame called Chili? Real name Elsie Kuchenheimer?
I know Chili. I never met Elsie.
You never will. Now. Someone shot her about an hour back, 3 times.
That's tough. But why tell me?
Because I'm going to take you in, Johnny. Captain's orders.
Take me in for what?
To be held as a material witness.
You're kidding, Jorgensen.
No, this is on the level. Captain wants to talk to you.
We'll see about that. I'm calling my lawyer.
No, Johnny.
Why, the artillery, Jorgensen.
The captain wants to talk to you without any lawyers. You carrying a gun? If you are, you better let me have it.
I'm not healed.
Okay, then let's go.
Helen, it won't be long. Remember what I told you about the door?
All right, Johnny.
Come on, let's move.
Things must be getting tough in the police department, Lieutenant.
Why?
Can't afford any squad cars to make a pinch. Just you in an ordinary auto. No other cops.
The captain wants it done the quiet way.
Hey, this isn't the road to the precinct.
The captain's over at 23rd.
Oh. What's the idea? What are you stopping for?
The book, Johnny. I want it.
Oh. Because one of the names in it is yours, Jorgensen?
Because one of the names in it is mine. I've been 15 years on the force, Johnny. I'm not letting anybody take that away from me.
Well, what do you know? A crooked cop worrying about his good name.
You got a choice, Johnny. You can give me the book, I'll burn it and forget we ever talked about it. Or you can stay clammed up and I'll turn you over to the others.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I gave you a chance. Now I'm going to give you something else. No!
Oh.
He's coming too.
I'm glad. I wouldn't want that sock you gave him to kill him, Jorgensen.
I just tapped him.
Shut up, all of you. He's conscious.
Yeah, I'm conscious. And I wish I weren't. Looking at a prize collection of rats is not my idea of entertainment. Waltham, Latham, Babyface, and Jorgensen. What a quartet.
All right, Eden, you've said your piece. Now there's only one thing for you to add. The whereabouts of the book.
He's definitely got it because he knew my name was in it. Why that dumb dame ever had to keep a book?
She had to keep one, or everyone else would have thought she was shortchanging us. Where Chili was dumb was that she could never resist a good-looking guy. So when Williams came along and made like he knew everything, she started confiding in him. After him, Eaton. That's why she got dangerous.
I hope he plays it tough. I'll enjoy breaking him down.
I think I'll be getting along. When you get that book, burn the thing.
What do you think we're going to do? Frame it?
Okay. I'll beat it then.
So long, Lieutenant. Don't forget to polish the badge.
All right, now, Eaton, you can make things easy for yourself. Tell us where the book is.
Go fry a couple of dozen eggs.
Okay. Babyface, go get the surprise we have for Mr. Eaton.
Sure thing. You'll like this, Seamus.
You got company. See?
Helen.
They came, Johnny. They grabbed me. But don't worry. I can't tell them where the book is because you never told me where you hid it.
But you're going to tell us where, Eaton. Otherwise, we start on Miss Williams.
Oh, don't tell them, Johnny. It doesn't matter about me, but don't tell them.
Don't make the mistake of thinking we're bluffing about working the girl over, Eaton. We're not. You know how much that book means.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Johnny!
Where is it?
You wouldn't find it yourself. I'll have to come with you.
Where to?
My apartment.
It's not in your apartment. We looked.
That's right. But my car is outside the apartment. And that's where it is.
What are you fiddling with a petrol cap for?
Because that's where it is. In the tank.
Well, aren't you the ingenious boy? What are you doing?
Trying to get it out. The necks of these tanks are narrow.
Come on, hurry it up.
If you want it, you'll have to let me get it out. Okay. There it is.
Give it to me. Well, that's in the right hands at last. Let's go. Back to my car.
You got it?
Right here.
You gotta burn it now?
Burn it? Don't be a dope, Tiny.
But Jorgensen said...
Jorgensen. That dumb cop? Why, this book is the best insurance we've got. If any of them feel like getting difficult, all we've got to do is remind them of the pages in here.
Yeah. I didn't think of that. Where to now?
I'm going back to the club.
That's what you think. Oh, he's got the gun! That's right, Duck Helen!
Okay, sweetheart. You can get up off the car floor now.
I think on my bones. Johnny, you shot both of them and knocked out Walter.
Well, I had the advantage of surprise. Plus the 38 they didn't think I had.
I didn't think you had it either. Where did you get it from?
Out of my petrol tank. I got it out while I was bending over for the book. And it's the finest fuel my tank's ever held. Yeah. Okay, Dick. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've got the book. I'll hold it till you and your boys get here. See you.
Everything's all right, Johnny.
Couldn't be better. It was a pal of mine in the FBI. They'll be here in the morning to handle the whole thing.
I'd have thought you'd take a holiday and not come to the office today.
Oh, I'm expecting a client. I called him. He should be here now. And here he is, right on cue. Let him in, Helen.
All right.
Mr. Eaton asked me to come here this morning.
In here, Mr. Stokes.
Ah, I hope you have good news for me, Mr. Eaton.
Well, I've had some success. I've found what Hank Williams had.
That's first-rate work, Mr. Eaton. Oh, what is it?
A little book full of names, people connected with the Blues Club and its activities.
Splendid, splendid. Well, I don't wish to appear rude, but time may be vital. If you let me have that book, I'll start some action.
I won't keep you long, Mr. Stokes. You know, I've been thinking a lot about Hank, the way he was, the way he felt, especially about crime and criminals. He hated them. He was a kind of crusader in his own way, an honest crusader.
Yes, I'm sure he was.
Hank was so honest that he'd never forget to note down a client in my absence. But what do you know, Mr. Stokes? I couldn't find a word about you.
I don't see...
I salute Chili, now chilled for good. She was subtle when she wanted to be. She told me the idea that Hank had a client, then provided the client. She sent you along, Stokes, all cut and dried. So that if I did find the little book, I'd probably turn it straight over to you and save everyone a lot of bother.
Confound you, Eaton.
I'm not going to stop you going, Stokes, because the FBI boys are on the job, and you won't get far.
Confound you.
Well, that client didn't stay long, did he?
No, honey, and we're not staying any longer either. Shut up the office, we're through. Tomorrow morning, I hand over the book to the FBI, and then I start concentrating on my next assignment.
And what is your next assignment?
You, baby. You.
This is Carter Brown. I can't help it. I always like it when the hero wins, which is why my heroes mostly do. But the hero of my next book, Sinner You Slay Me, finds a lot of complications to cope with before he does. It's a story of a mouse meeting murder, and the mouse is my hero, Marcus Mouse. He's one character whose answer to the question, are you a man or a mouse, is both. So this is Carter Brown saying, so long for now, be seeing you.
In The Lady Was Lethal, you heard our star James Condon as Johnny Eaton. The Carter Brown Mystery Theater, based on the best-selling novels by Carter Brown, is dramatized and directed by Maurice Travers for Grace Gibson Radio Productions.
Welcome back. When I think about this particular episode, what really comes to mind is that this was probably the fundamentally most sound and well-done conclusion to one of these cases. We look over the past episodes. We usually have cliffhangers that vastly depart from tradition with some mixed results. We've had testimony before crime commissions. We've had our detective hero causing the death of a foreign head of state and being congratulated by the State Department. We've had a hero trapped in a car and forcing it into a wreck. We've had a madcap robbery gone wrong. And then we had a somewhat boring televised solution. This one's just a basic, well-done detective story conclusion. And after what we've heard in the previous 6 stories, I definitely welcome this somewhat more normal conclusion, though some of the others were fun in their own right. All right, well, that will do it for today. Join us back here on Monday for another episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And then on Friday, we kick off the last of these 4-part Carter Brown serials. I hope you'll be with us for that. And then once we're done with Carter Brown, we'll begin a series called Manhunt on Friday. And coming up tomorrow, it's the lineup. Well, before we get started, I want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. And I especially want to thank Jeffrey for his support. We'll send access to our premium site, which we do with all donations of $7 or more. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. And of course, our big listener support campaign is coming up next month. But now it's time for today's episode of the lineup, the Sobbin Singer Saga.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is the lineup.
Hi.
Hi, Ben. Hey, you look beat.
No, it's this cold. I've had it a week now. Can't seem to shake it. Getting me down. Oh, what's his name here?
Barksdale?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh. Well, I'll be against the wall with Asher.
Well, when he comes in, I'll send him over.
Yeah.
See you later, Ben.
All right. What do you say, Ben? Not much tonight. How's the cold? Oh, it's the same. Just trying to keep my head clear. This thing does pretty well.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, the name, and charge. If you have any questions or identification, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers, as they often lie. All right, bring on the line. All the way to the end of the stage, boys. That's it. Keep moving right across. Now turn and face the screen. Heads up, eyes straight ahead, hands out of your pockets. Step out to the circle when I call your name. Okay, number 1, John Carlyle, armed robbery. Where do you live, John?
1145 Sherman Street.
What is that? Rooming house, apartment, motel, what?
An apartment.
Where you from, John?
Here, I lived here all my life.
A little straighter, son. Keep your head up. That's right. What do you do?
I'm an electrician.
Where do you work?
No place right now.
Anyone arrested with you?
Yeah.
Well, who?
A couple of guys, Quinlivan and Steele.
Howard Quinlivan and Robert Steele?
Yeah.
17 and 18. They friends of yours, John?
No, not particularly.
They had the same address on Sherman Street as you gave.
We lived in the same apartment, but we weren't very friendly.
You drive a car?
Yeah, 49 Merck.
Sedan, coupe, what?
Gray sedan.
Okay, step back. Number 2, Claire Burness, burglary. Over to the circle, Claire.
What was that?
Step over to the circle, Claire. You've done this before. Come on. Where do you live?
Yeah.
Talk right out. Big room. Everybody wants to hear you. You live someplace, don't you?
Yes. I know Bakeland. I live at the Seacoast Hotel. Oh, I got me a nice 75-cent room there. It's over on the Arapahoe and 27th. But, of course, the plumbing.
How long you lived there, Claire?
3. Oh, it's nice.
Where'd you live before that?
Well, across the street.
Well, what address?
2214 North, 27th. My wife still lives there. We're breaking up.
Sorry to hear that. What's your business, Claire? What do you do for a living?
Oh, nothing.
Stand up there. You own a car?
Oh, no. I don't own a car. I don't know how to drive.
Any weapons when you were arrested?
No, nothing like that.
What about the .22 automatic? That's a weapon, Claire.
No. They got it all. I just found that thing. 22's no weapon.
Since when?
Well, I found it in a garbage can when I was out walking. I was going to make a cigarette lighter out of it. It was such a little gun. It looked nice in my coffee table.
It was fully loaded when the officers took it from you.
Was that gun loaded? Honest?
That's what the officer's report says right here.
Well, are you sure about it?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could just see that thing with just a second.
Stay there.
Well, I just wanted to see it there. Oh, the man has...
Get back there. Now go on. Number
Leaving?
3,
I think I'll go home, got
Grand
her up, and
Theft
hit the
Auto.
sack.
Up to the
Night.
circle,
Night,
Alvin.
Ben.
Talk in a good loud voice. Where do you live, Alvin?
Hello?
Hello, Ben. This is Pete. Sorry to wake you. Cold any better?
About the same. What time is it?
Oh, 5:30. Ben, something's come up.
Oh, what?
You know Beth Leonard, the singer?
No. Yeah, wait. Nightclub singer?
Yeah. Somebody robbed and killed her husband.
Okay. Pick me up.
Hi, Ben.
Hi. He's over here. Beaten to death. Looks like somebody killed him in a car and dumped him off here. Officers Gerard and Johnston found the body.
Complaint?
No, routine patrol.
Will they see anything?
No, they're covering the ground now.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Hello, Doc. Well, somebody sure gave him a working over.
Yeah.
Hasn't been dead more than a half hour, Ben. Nothing more I can do until we get him downtown.
Okay, wrap it up.
Right, Ben? Okay, boys, take him away.
No weapon around?
Nothing.
Who identified him?
No one yet. Found this empty billfold in the alley. Had his name and driver's license. No money.
Well, let me see that. Ripped part way open.
Yeah. Watch and ring missing, too.
Henry Leonard, huh? 22161 Cherry Hills Drive. About 6 blocks away. Anybody talk to Mrs. Leonard yet?
Yeah, Asher went over and got her. She's over there in the car.
Okay.
Ever hear Beth Leonard sing?
No. Yeah, I think I have it then. She sure won't have anything to sing about tonight.
No, not much.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
This is Leonard.
Yes?
This is Lieutenant Guthrie.
How do you do?
Hello.
Did you see...
Yes, I saw him. That's Hank, all right. Or what's left of him. I don't think I'm going to be able to...
Hi, sure.
I got it. Yeah, Ben.
See if Dr. Gerson's still here.
Right.
I'm singing at the Deauville now, and Hank came by tonight for the last show. We closed about 2, and then we had something to eat. Then we went out to the house.
Mm-hmm. And what time was that?
Oh, about 3:30, I guess. 4 o'clock.
Gone.
That's all. Hank left about 4. We talked a while at the house, and then he left. Hank didn't live here. He's been in Florida the last 2 years. He just came in town Sunday night. We're separating.
I see. When he left you at the house this morning, where was he going?
Back to his hotel, the Delvey.
Was he driving?
No. I offered him the car, but he said he'd rather walk. Why would anybody kill Hank?
We're pretty sure the motive was robbery, Mrs. Leonard.
Robbery?
Yes, there was no watch or ring on the body, and his wallet had been empty.
Oh, he had a beautiful watch. Just a beautiful watch that he loved very much.
Can you describe it?
It had Roman numerals and a white gold case. It was a Gerard.
Any engraving on it?
His initials, H.A.L.
H.A.L. Don't happen to remember where he bought it, do you?
I bought it for him on his birthday 4 years ago. It was the Wentz Jewelry Company.
Any other valuables he might have had on him, Mrs. Leonard?
Just his ring. It was a plain gold wedding band. He still wore it.
Anything outstanding about the ring? Engraving?
No.
Okay. Anything else?
No. May I have a cigarette?
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you.
We want to cover every possibility, Mrs. Leonard. Can you think of anyone who might have had reason to want to kill your husband?
No.
Did he have any enemies in town?
No. Why?
The way it looks now, somebody just waylaid him and robbed him and killed him. But it's pretty far from your house to his hotel, Mrs. Leonard. Almost 20 blocks.
Well, I can explain that. Hank said he felt like walking. He was in town to talk about our divorce. I've been thinking of marrying someone else.
I see. And that's why he met you at the Deauville?
Yes, to straighten out some things. It was beginning to drizzle when he left. I looked out the window and watched him go down the street. He looked kind of lonely.
What about the weapon, Doc?
Blunt instrument is about the best we can do for you, Ben.
Any way you can narrow it down?
I don't know. Maybe something to this. It just came from the crime lab. Probably a copy on your desk now. I found some flakes in the wound. Specimen I sent to the lab's been analyzed. On the spectrograph, they found out it was a substance called ANSYS, corrosive protective product made by Union Petroleum.
Well, what's it used for?
Well, to spray tools and metal that might be out in the weather a lot. Like in a filling station. A lot of tools in the new cars have it.
Well, that might help.
You pick up anything out there?
No, nothing. No tire marks, no footprints.
Toughy, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, somebody's car might have a little blood on it. Oh, excuse me.
Pawn shop detail has the watch and ring on the hot list. That's about all we have to work on now.
Yeah.
For you, Ben.
Thanks. Guthrie.
Ben, I'm at 22178 Cherry Hills Place, across from Beth Leonard's house, about 6 houses down.
22178? Yeah. What's up?
Checking the story about Leonard walking home. Lady here, Mrs. Sheridan, saw somebody pick him up when he left the house.
Does she know who it is?
Well, she says it looked like Beth Leonard's boyfriend, James Brewer.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Backing up the great CBS radio news team on election night will be Univax, the electronic brain. It'll be operating for the first time to bring you faster, more accurate, more complete election night totals. On November 4th, make CBS Radio your election headquarters to hear the trends, the color, and the results. You'll hear Edward R. Murrow, Lowell Thomas, and the rest of the same great CBS radio team that made convention reporting history earlier this year.
That's crazy. I was right here in bed.
Any way you can prove that, Mr. Brewer?
Prove I was in bed? Lord, no, I was here, that's all. I was home and in bed by 11 last night. I don't quite understand why you're here.
Just checking. You drive a 51 Cadillac sedan?
That's right.
Black?
Mm-hmm.
This witness said it was your car.
Well, a lot of people have cars like that. It wasn't mine.
Well, now, understand, we have to look into all these things.
Sure, I understand. You want to come in here?
Yeah. Where were you last night before you came home?
Working. I own a club out on Lincoln Highway.
Anybody there see you leave?
Sure, Charlie Monroe, my manager.
You came right home, went to bed?
Yeah.
You knew Henry Leonard?
Sure, I've known him 10 or 12 years. Knew him before he married Beth.
Were you on good terms with him?
What do you mean? Yeah, I think so. As good terms as you can be with the husband of the woman you're going to marry. Look, Beth and Hank broke up 2 years ago. They never could work things out. Beth asked Hank to come back in town, talk about a divorce. That's why he was here. Beth and I wanted to get married.
Yeah. Did you see him while he was in town?
Yeah, Sunday night. We all had dinner here.
Did you talk about the divorce?
Yeah. Hank said it was all right with him if that's what Beth wanted.
Sunday the only time you saw him?
That's right. I know you have to look into all sorts of things, but I didn't kill him, if that's what you're driving at.
You own a raincoat, Mr. Brewer?
Sure.
I'd like to see it.
I sent it to the cleaners a couple days ago.
You remember what cleaners?
Windsor. Why?
Just want to look at it.
Now, listen, you two. I'm no criminal. I have no record. I've never been in trouble with the law. You have no reason to inquire into my personal life and the things I do. I've been pretty nice to you up to now, but I won't stand for this. I have a lawyer who might be able to make something out of your accusations.
We aren't making any accusations, Mr. Brewer. Just looking for the facts.
Well, look for them someplace else. This is my home, and until you have a warrant or something, you have no right to come here.
Don't ever tell a police officer working on a homicide that he has no right to make inquiries. We'll contact you later.
What do you think, Ben?
Pretty big guy.
Yeah.
Aye, his car's in the garage, Ben.
You got a chance to look at that?
Yeah, the jack handle's missing.
Miss Leonard?
Yeah, that's right. Police.
Please. Oh, certainly. Well, she's just finishing up now. Can you wait?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. How about the bar?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, because you've all asked for it, here it is again, your favorite and mine. lovely day will lengthen into evening.
Really
We'll
good.
say goodbye to all we've ever had. Alone, where we have walked together, I'll remember April and be glad. I'll be content. You loved me once in April. Your lips were warm, and love and spring were new. But I'm not afraid of autumn and her sorrow, for I'll remember April and you. The fire will dwindle into glowing ashes, for flames and love live such a little while. I won't forget, but I won't be lonely. I'll remember April, and
You sure can do it, can't you?
Sure can. Well, my kid has a record on that one.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did you see this?
Huh? What?
Cover $10 per person.
Yeah.
Oh, here she comes.
Yeah.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, I hate to bother you again, Miss Leonard, but we have to talk to you.
Again?
I'm sorry, Miss Leonard, but it's necessary.
Well, not here. We can use Mr. Hanson's office. He did want to walk home. I told you that before.
Well, we know.
Well,
Was there any trouble about the divorce?
No trouble at all. Hank was very sweet about it.
Had he taken any legal action?
He was going to see a lawyer this morning.
Do you know if Mr. Brewer and your husband had any words about this divorce situation?
No. Hank and I've been separated for such a long time. No, Mr. Brewer told me not to answer any more questions.
Well, I wish he hadn't told you that, Mrs. Leonard.
He said you had no right to annoy me or him. I think he's right. You said you thought my husband had been robbed and killed. What are you trying to find out now? Mr. Brewer's no killer or thief. I'm certainly not.
Well, we have to check out everything. We want to find out who killed your husband, that's all, Mrs. Leonard. A witness claims she saw your husband get into a car like the one Mr. Brewer drives. She says Mr. Brewer was driving it. We're here to find out if you know anything about that.
I don't know anything about it, and I don't think I'll answer any more questions.
You sure we should look at it differently, Mrs. Leonard?
I told you, no more. Absolutely. Hello? Lieutenant.
Thanks. Guthrie.
It's me, Ben. Brewer hasn't been able to explain the jack handle missing from his car. We have him here still talking to him, but it may not be Brewer.
Huh?
Asher just called in. A big guy just pawned the watch that was taken from Leonard's body.
Where?
Bob Beaumash's pawn shop, 18th and Curtis.
We'll meet him there. There's Asher.
Yeah.
Hi, Ben.
Hi.
He left the shop about 4 minutes ago. Beaumash gave me a pretty good description. 6'2", brown suit, 190, no hat. He must be around here somewhere.
Yeah, what's the story?
Well, the pawn shop detail was in Beaumash's place this morning. It was still fresh in Beaumash's mind when the suspect came in. He signed the buy book, Harry Long. Here's the watch.
Uh-huh. Movement and case numbers check out?
Yeah.
Well, this puts Brewer in the clear, huh, Ben?
Yeah. Now we have to get this one.
How do you want to work it, Ben?
We'll lay it out every intersection for 6 blocks, every alley. Now, let's get some more cars down here. This sounds like our boy, and I want him.
Unit 33K, code 1.
Been an hour now, Ben.
I know. He's in the area somewhere. He could be in any one of those stores.
Might live around here, too.
66 at 205 at 617 Manning. See the woman?
I'll check in.
Yeah.
13K to Unit 17K. Come in.
17K to 13K. Go ahead, Ben.
You do any good yet?
Nothing, Ben. I'll check it around.
Ben, going into Market Town with the packages, huh?
That's the description. Just spotted man answering description of suspect. Now entering southeast entrance of Market Town. Call it out. Cover every entrance, every street. Pete and I are going after him.
Market Town, roger.
Let's go. Pardon me, please. Pardon. Sorry. Pardon me.
He's going for the parking lot.
Yeah, come on.
Ben, that 49 caddy's his.
Yeah. Mr. Long?
Huh?
Your name Harry Long?
No, you got the wrong fella, mister.
Police officers.
What is this?
This your car?
Well, yes. Hey, listen.
We better go where we can talk. Come on.
What about it?
You pawned this watch a few minutes ago, Mr. Long. We'll talk about it for a starter.
No, we won't.
Watch it, Ben.
I got him.
All right. Be smart.
Easy now.
Okay.
Yeah, attaboy. Okay, Ben.
I'll come with you, but I ain't done nothing.
Yeah, for a man who hasn't done anything, you fight pretty hard.
Okay, Ben?
Yeah, he's yours.
All right, come on.
Now, wait a minute. You got nothing on me. You got nothing on me.
Ben.
Huh?
These look like bloodstains to you?
Yeah. Better phone in. Tell him to let Brewer go.
The lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie with Jack Moyles as Sergeant Pete Carger, was written by E. Jack Newman with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Martha Tilton was featured as Beth Leonard. Others in the cast were Hy Everback, Peter Leeds, Victor Perrin, Howard McNear, Sidney Miller, and Virginia Gregg. The lineup is produced and directed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. The nation's Forestry Service reports critical forest fire conditions in the Midwest, the Far West, New England, and the South, with many other areas showing increasing danger, compounded by an unprecedented number of hunters in timber areas. To all of you in or near timberland areas, these critical weeks take every precaution to avoid setting fires. Dan Cubberly speaking. And remember, you have a Thursday night date with Junior Miss on the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, I suspected the estranged wife until they let her sing in the show. I don't know what it is about most Golden Age productions, but I've never encountered one where a character sang a long song and turned it out to be a killer. Apparently, singing isn't something that killers did. I did want to let you know that over at GreatDetectives.net this weekend, I do have an article posted. It's my review of Pattern of Wounds by J. Mark Bertrand. One of my few reviews of modern mysteries, so you can check that out, GreatDetectives.net. Also, I did get a question from a listener as to how long till we get to Dragnet. Well, the answer is 29 weeks, so should be late July, early August. And in the meantime, we have 9 more weeks of the lineup, 2 weeks of Police Blotter, and 18 weeks of Police Headquarters. But we're getting to the point where we're going to start Dragnet. And I know it's a bit of a wait, but Dragnet is just quite a lengthy series that I did want to get a few other procedurals in the meantime. But we will be coming to Dragnet later on next summer. All right, well, that will do it for today. We will be back on Monday with yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and then join us back here on Saturday for another episode of The Lineup. In the meantime, send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.